closer and more affordable for all of us. The future of health. It's starting here, and here, and here. But you can start here.
Discover different Black Friday deals at Target each week.
Hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD, and welcome to the Xfinity Series Championship race at Phoenix Raceway. Race 33 of 33 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Xfinity Series in 2023. We're here again to decide another series. John Hunter Nemechek, Justin Allgaier, Cole Custer, and Sam Mayer ready to duke it out in the desert. As crossing county lines just to make my name in the city. I worked for this for all these years and I wouldn't break her back down. I fought through all my fears and all of my frustrations. I see the light, it's getting clear. I know I'm taking it down. Woohoo! Woohoo! It's my time. I'm taking it now, I'm taking it now.
Some updates on the championship 14. Let's get a pit road with Ken Coon.
Well, Arnie, Sam Mayer is the only playoff contender that has never made an appearance in any top series championship fours. So, what is this team's secret weapon? Well, the history, Sam Mayer and his crew chief Marty Lindley.
Sam Mayer, 2020 ARCA East champion, 2019 ARCA, and 2019 and 2020 ARCA East champion. 4 wins in the latter half of the year. And, and just on a great hot streak right now, ready to pull the upset over his older competitors.
They trust each other. Dave, they start 16.
Hoping to get one more upset victory to close out the season on top.
At any chance he gets. Now, he told me this morning that's because a couple of years ago in a Truck Series championship, when he was the favorite, things didn't go his way, and there is, quote, scar tissue from that championship run. So a win today, that goes a long way to heal the wounds that are on this 26-year-old, and then maybe, with his words, he'll tell us what I know he believes in his heart, that the 20 car is the best, and they should be the Xfinity Series champion, Marty.
Yeah, I look at Cole Custer, Dave, and I've said it. We've talked about it here. We've talked about that confidence. We've talked about him wanting to get back into the Cup Series. These last races in these playoffs, he has the best average running position. He has led the most laps in the playoffs, and he has the best pit crew, the best pit stop average in the playoffs. When you look at that, they have poised themselves, positioned themselves to take this championship and use that as a springboard for Cole to get back to the Cup level.
Yeah, I talk about Justin Allgaier. You talk about the experience, and you also look at this 13 full seasons in this series of knocking on the door, trying to win this championship. Is this the day that he kicks that rascal down? I don't see why not. He's cool, calm, and collected. I think Justin Allgaier is going to put on a show today.
Well, the grand marshals for today's championship race are Xfinity customers and Xfinity Reward members who enjoy special perks and unique experiences like this one just for being a customer. Grant Sullivan and John St. Ange. Let's get the engines cranked for NASCAR Championship Saturday in Phoenix.
Phoenix Raceway. This is the moment you have all been waiting for. Are you ready to get the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship race started? Here to give the command to fire engines are Xfinity Reward members, Grant Sullivan and John St. Ange. Take it away.
We just have 3 things to say. God bless America.
Hello.
God bless our troops.
All right, the command has been given. 38 Xfinity cars ready to roll off the field. Ooh, they got the gray Allgaier car this time. Anyway, tuning in cues, number 74 of Brad Perez for THK Motorsports, and the number 44 for Alpha Prime Racing. Daniel Dye was supposed to run the car, but after being involved in a crash yesterday, he was declared he was not cleared to race. So Leland Honeyman Jr. took the car instead, but failed to qualify. Starting 38th. Hold on, wait. Dale and Jefford speaking.
Yeah, they will just speaking all over the funny place.
Find out who that is, because the green flag is coming up next.
Starting 38th, driving the number 78 RTIC Chevrolet for BJ McLeod Motorsports from Richfield, Connecticut, Anthony Alfredo. Starting 37th, driving the number 28 bucked up Ford for RSS Racing from Mahwah, New Jersey, Joe Graff Jr. Starting 36th, driving the number 4 Jupiter Rings Buffalo Sauce Chevrolet for JD Motorsports from Cornelius, North Carolina, Stephen Parsons. Starting 35th, driving the number 08 fan-controlled Safe-Light Ford for SS Greenlight Racing from Phoenix, Arizona, J.J. Yaley. Starting 34th, driving the number 45 Forever Lawn Chevrolet for Alpha Prime Racing from Mooresville, North Carolina, Jeffrey Earnhardt. Starting 33rd, driving the number 66 Angry Crab Shack Ford for MBM Motorsports from Port Tobacco, Maryland, Timmy Hill. Starting 32nd, also Timmy, I was going to say. Starting 32nd, driving the number 02 Gratis Chevrolet for Our Motorsports from Bakersfield, California, Blaine Perkins. Starting 31st, driving the number 53 Morgan & Morgan Chevrolet for Emerald Gase Motorsports from Noblesville, Indiana, Chris Hacker. Starting 30th, driving the number 48 Spike Light Cooler Chevrolet for Big Machine Racing from Greenwich, Connecticut, Parker Kligerman. Starting 29th, driving the number 6 KSDT CPA Chevrolet for JD Motorsports from Folsom, California, Brennan Poole. What is KSDT CPA? America's top tax and accounting and attestation services. Okay. Starting 28th, driving the number 35 Donate Life Arizona Ford for Emerald Gase Motorsports from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Joey Gase. Starting 27th, driving the number 43 Spider Energy Drink Chevrolet for Alpha Prime Racing from Torrance, California, Ryan Ellis. Starting 26th, driving the number 92 Seacrest Studios Alloy Chevrolet for DGM Racing from Port Charlotte, Florida. Starting 25th, driving the number 51 Impel Union Chevrolet for Jeremy Clements Racing from Spartanburg, South Carolina, Jeremy Clements. Starting 24th, driving the number 26 Rudabush Toyota for Sam Hunt Racing from Boston, Massachusetts, Kaz Gralla. Starting 23rd, driving the number 11 Western States Flooring Chevrolet for Colleague Racing from Stratford, Wisconsin, Derek Kraus. Starting 22nd, driving the number 38 JW Sports Cards Ford for RSS Racing from Tucker, Georgia, Kyle Sieg. Starting 21st, driving the number 91 Fantix Chevrolet for DGM Racing from Wentzville, Missouri, Kyle Weatherman. Starting 20th, driving the number 9 Menards Tuscany Fawcett Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports from Atlanta, Georgia, Brandon Jones. Starting who will be back next year with JRM, with Junior Motorsports. Starting 19th, driving the number 25 AM Technical Solutions Ford for AM Racing from Grimes, Iowa, Brett Moffitt, who is still trying to figure out his plans for next year. Starting 18th, driving the number 27 Bommarito.com Easy Care Chevrolet for Jordan Anderson Racing from Halifax, Virginia, Jeb Burton. He won at Talladega earlier this year and will return to the team in 2024. Starting 17th, driving the number 07 Titan Construction Chevrolet for SS Greenlight Racing. From San Diego, California, Dawson Cram. Starting 16th, driving the number 1 Accelerate Pros Talent Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. From Franklin, Wisconsin, Sam Mayer, our first of the Championship 4. He's won 4 times this year at Road America, Watkins Glen, the Charlotte Roval, and Homestead, and will return to the 1 car in 2024. Starting 15th, driving the number 8 Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boat Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. From Hendersonville, Tennessee, Josh Berry. He will be replacing Kevin Harvick into the Stewart Haas Racing number 4 Ford for 2024. Starting 14th, driving the number 31 Funkaway Chevrolet for Jordan Anderson Racing. From Rhinelander, Wisconsin, Parker Retzloff. He will return to this car next year. Starting 13th, driving the number 17 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. For Washington, D.C., Rajah Caruth. He finished 16th in the Truck Series points this year and is looking to end his short Xfinity Series tenure for this year with a great run and the best ride he's ever had. Starting 12th, driving the number 10 Action Industries Chevrolet for Colleague Racing. From Kannapolis, North Carolina, Daniel Hemrick, who won here 2 years ago. Starting 11th, driving the number 39 Stiaps Ford for RSS Racing. From Tucker, Georgia, Ryan Sieg. Starting 10th, driving the number 24 Toyota Outfitters Toyota for Sam Hunt Racing. From Charlotte, North Carolina, Connor Mosak. Starting 9th, driving the number 98 Monster Energy Ford for Stewart Haas Racing. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Riley Herbst. He won Las Vegas, the second Las Vegas race this year. Starting 8th, driving the number 7 Branch Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. From Spalding, Illinois, Justin Allgaier, our second of the Championship 4. He won at Charlotte, the second race at Daytona, Bristol, and the second race at Martinsville. Starting 7th, driving the number 00 Haas Automation Ford for Stewart Haas Racing. From Ladera Ranch, California, Cole Custer, our third of the Championship 4. He won at Portland and Chicago. Also, Allgaier, Herbst, Allgaier, and Custer all returning to their rides for next year. Now starting 6th, driving the number 16 Quick Type Products Inc. Chevrolet for Colleague Racing. From Talking Rock, Georgia, Chandler Smith, who is going to Joe Gibbs Racing. Starting 5th, driving the number 2 Wheelan Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. From Alpine, California, Sheldon Creed. I gotta hurry this up because I got one to go. Starting 4th, driving the number 19 Treetop Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. From Charlotte, North Carolina, Myatt Snyder. Starting 3rd, driving the number 20 Pie Barker Fire and Safety Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. From Mooresville, North Carolina, John Nemechek. He's going to Cup next year in the 42, and he's the last of the Champ 4 with 7 wins on the year. Starting 2nd, driving the number 21 Bennett Transportation Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. From Winston, Georgia, Austin Hill, 4 wins this year, and he'll be back in this car for a 3rd straight year in 2024. And on pole, driving the number 18 Pilot Flying J Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing with a pole time of 27.153 seconds and an average speed of 132.582 miles per hour. From Johnston, Iowa, previous Phoenix winner, Sammy Smith. Okay, and that is your starting lineup.
Are we ready to go?
I think so. Note, they had to change the restart zone because they realized they drew it in the wrong space for yesterday's race. The car is now heading through 3.
200 laps, 200 miles in the desert.
Here they go, they're revving up. Let's go, we're green at Phoenix.
Look at this, go racing, boy.
Creed looking to make it 4 wide for 2nd place, trying to sneak along the bottom. Sammy Smith maintains his lead up front as they head through 1 and 2.
And they go diving down. Watch the spots fly in turns 1, 2.
Nemechek right now in 4th with Allgaier in 6th. Nemechek didn't get the best restart, actually got passed by a teammate. And Allgaier is coming to the inside, or he looked to the inside, wasn't able to get there, but he can see that number 20 real close.
That flat in 1 and 2 is the shorter way around, but the transition.
Oh,
You
man.
gotta admit, you gotta love the spot.
I guess we'll see what's happening there. That number 7 getting. He can sense blood in the water. Trying to go way to the inside of the 20. 3 wide with him in the 21. Oh, wow. Oh, no! He spins. And no one gets. Oh, well, that sucks. Wow. Well.
He got squeezed. If you watch the replay, I think he got squeezed. A little bit of squeeze in there, you know? Little tap tap and then pushed.
Are you kidding me? Well, Allgaier's going to the back of the field after that. And then he's got a pit for tires, which you don't want to do.
Squeeze. And the 20 the 7 just lost it. But he was getting squeezed by the 20 in that corner. He almost pushed the 21 away.
And I actually think the 20, the 21, they're in the right. That yellow line at most racetracks.
By the way, you gotta love the spots coming out when they go down the front straight to turn 1 and 2.
Huh? I'm sorry. What about
when the cars go down? You gotta love the spots flying that cars.
It's a nice view. Man, he was going for it hard. Oh man.
This is one thing that everyone says in iRacing, and it's always a saying: don't launch it on the few starting laps.
Well, he wanted to get past. He wanted to get clear of the 20 before. Oh, he's got it. Well, there's a donut on the 20, but that's not.
He's the oldest of these championship 4. Heck, he's the oldest. If you put the Cup 4 in as well, and he's the first one to make a mistake. Let's listen into their.
No big deal, buddy. No big deal. Just get caught up. That's it for I know. Sorry, boys.
So, Jim Pullman, first year on top of the pit box. There's Jim right there. That's the voice you heard.
Damn, man.
Justin Allgaier and Jason Burdett worked together forever. They were able to.
I think he wanted to clear the 20 just because he didn't want the 20 to get away.
Jim Pullman came in this season, and man, that caught fire. We saw successes at tracks that Allgaier normally doesn't run very well at, and you would wonder what this race would look like, and you heard that voice. I mean, that's comic. No, don't worry about it. No big deal. That's really good if you're the race car driver. Let's not
That's true. No.
Any more of a situation. Dave, how about the
just let you know the 20, their car, their spotter was saying, where was he going?
Yeah.
Even Neve Chat was saying, what is he doing?
On the track for Ben Bayshore, the crew chief, to see that it was.
Meanwhile, Custer in 9th. He moved up so he moved. No, he lost a couple positions. Mayer up 5 on the restart. He made his way to 11th.
This year, they have a long history together. They won a 2008 ARCA championship together. So that calming voice, it's a known voice to Justin Allgaier as well.
And Allgaier is taking his pit stop right now, which is good. He ain't gonna lose too many spots.
Yeah, because you gotta put him at a disadvantage if the race doesn't go. If the race has multiple overtimes.
In case they do need to use them later in the race. Allgaier said the car started off pretty well for him on that initial early run.
That was exactly my question, Marty. I can't wait for you to take a look at.
So Allgaier is down to 3 set of tires left.
Yeah.
It looks like his tires were all right with that spin.
They're probably going to try and fix them up in case he needs to take them later.
No big deal as long as you didn't damage these tires. If you damaged them where they couldn't go back on the car, now you're set a Goodyear tires down to the rest of the field. So Marty,
see the crew members trying to work on wipe off any whatever. Oh my God.
Well, all right, Xfinity customers and Xfinity Reward members.
Well,
enjoy special perks.
It's unfortunate, but you know,
with rewards starting from day 1.
It's good. It's kind of good and it's kind of bad at the same time. Good that it's early. Bad, you're at the back now. You are cars, you know.
If all the other championship contenders were paying attention, right? Like, yes, let's be aggressive. But remember, stage points don't matter. The only thing that matters is where you are on that 200 compared to those other 3 guys.
So they have got a set. They actually have a set still.
Yeah, they got three.
Checked in with Jim Pullman real quick. So that set of tires they pulled off Justin Allgaier's car, good to go for later in the race.
Right, so they can use them later. So they're good tire. The tires are good. You see like the guy like just wiping the debris off of them.
Yeah. Oh. Update for the one car. The one car got tagged during that little checkup.
Or did he?
He's not down a set.
All right.
But they are not as fast as stickers.
Here we go.
All right, ready to fire off for the next restart. It'll be lap 8. They still got another 190. All right. I guess I'll find out what happens. Here we go. We're green again at Phoenix. He spread way wide. Who's gonna take the lead up? Oh, they got another spin.
Oh,
come on. Joe Raff, Kyle Sieg. For Christ's sake, we just got.
He just lost it by himself.
This is great. Why?
His car just went yay.
The record, Xfinity record at this track is 13 cautions. Just shy of the track record of 14.
I think we're gonna get roughly around about 8 to 12.
Like, come on, we're on lap 8. Christ's sake.
Hey, Dad.
Perfect. What did you get us?
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Hurry in to lease a new 2020.
Well, all I can say is this. Like I said in the group, like I said in this goddamn chat, I think there's gonna be some people spinning people out. I think there's gonna be at least, eight yellow flags and a shootout.
All right. Hi, Bartow, and hi, Marks Zemk. All right. Thank you for tuning in.
Well, how we can how to describe it?
Do you watch Formula E? Astro?
I'm gonna say this. This is gonna be an interesting race.
Yeah. Do you watch Formula E?
Yeah.
Did you know that Jihan Daruvula was going to Maserati?
I heard.
Okay. Who did he drive for? MP? With this year? Did he drive with MP? And in Formula 2?
Oh, I heard about this. Formula E, right? There's some driver moves, right?
Yeah. I mean, Norman Nato going from Nissan and Andretti. This is one, I think.
Yeah, I was also told that
Nick Cassidy went to Jaguar.
One of the women drivers, actually got signed to be a driver.
Who? Because I have the full lineup.
Oh, there was contact. Hold on.
There was. All right.
So, if you watch this replay, I think Seeger got tapped.
Let's see.
And there's Austin Hill, it looked like.
No, and it's not. Austin Hill was third. He was not. He wouldn't be. He's not close to the 38.
Then who is close to
I don't know.
the 38?
I missed it. Also, Cup qualifying was earlier today. William Byron wins the pole, and the pole sitter, I think, has won the majority of the last several finals, Cup championship races.
Oh, that would have been cool.
What?
So, just something on my end. I've just heard Olga asked his crew, "Can you put that old set, the one he spun on, back onto the car?"
So they're pitting again. They're putting the. Oh, I see.
They were saying, "No, do not pit. They're not grippy. They don't not grip yet."
Another thing I've noticed, Jeff, is
let's just wait.
Something we talk about a lot here. That really dark shield on Justin Allgaier even has a piece of tape.
So they're going to probably use that set probably a later run.
You know this as well as anyone how difficult
Who knows?
That sun can be. So we're heading. This is the front stretch here, but when they get around 1 and 2 and start heading back into turn 3, that sun can be challenging. It's not a big deal for the leaders, but now that Allgaier's in traffic, he's going to be passing cars left and right.
Well, what happens is, now that it's gotten shaded into turn 3, but coming off of turn 4 is where you really start to get in your eyes.
All right, how far fucking behind am I?
They haven't gotten sandblasted from the racetrack. This is going to get worse. You can see with the umbrella speed.
It's like I haven't even restarted yet. Hold on a minute. Let me reload this. I gotta sit through an ad, but I'm behind. I see Austin Hill just took the lead.
There we go.
Okay. Oh, okay. I guess you're farther.
And giving it everything.
I think I'm on with your time sheet now.
But there's still a lot more road to run.
Come on.
Oh!
I guess I'll find out what happened there.
The official power of NASCAR.
Momentum through 1 and 2. He takes the lead.
Yeah, Austin Hill now in the lead. Sammy Smith right behind. Nemechek battling side by side for third. Oh, man, almost going. Yeah, Hemrick's got tire problems. Front left, smoking like a hobo. And Sam Mayer's trying to find a way past that.
Look, the move Sam
He's in 11.
did not make right there, I'm impressed with. He did not.
Man, he's got a clear
Hendricks
opening, but not the speed.
Sheldon
Creed
Hendricks
got a
actually-
penalty. He's in 7th, so that'll.
Tires down, tires down.
On the 10, is he gonna stick? Oh, let's see.
You see on the bottom left, restart violation. The number 2 of Sheldon Creed was running 7th.
All right.
Ten's
Mayer passes
gone.
Mosak.
He's
Ooh,
made
yeah,
it.
flat tire. There he goes.
Wait to the start finish line to turn left or even.
He made it. He made
Yeah,
it. Still green. Still green.
No, the problem is the field's unless until he got the bottom. There he goes. Had to work his way around. Oh my God.
Well, good thing about this track, at least it's quite a small track. You can easily just go around.
Yeah, it's a 1 mile. Sammy Smith trying to fight back.
Fight for the lead.
And 3 of the JGR cars running top 10, top 5, actually.
Nemechek back here with the best seat.
Creed is actually serving his penalty.
Yeah.
Creed got a penalty.
Yep. Restart violation.
Olga is from back of the pack.
22nd already. He started 37th on that restart. He's 21st, 20th. Like the guy is a freaking surgeon at Phoenix.
So Jeff, we talked about you guys talk about going below the yellow line. The other rule is you have to stay in line. You have to stay behind the car in front of you. Watch the 2 of Sheldon Creed turns left.
Too early.
Definitely to the left of the 98. So regardless of the start-finish line, you cannot change lanes. You cannot turn left, not follow the start-finish line. I think that was pretty clear to me, Jeff. You agree?
That's right. And the car in front of you established.
Allgaier 19th now. His lap time was last 29.2. I mean, pretty fast relative to the cars in front of him. Well, not actually. No, he's gotten through most of the slow cars.
On the initial start, they didn't get him. They got him that time.
Custer passes Herbst for 6th.
Pressure on his teammate, Cole Custer.
Allgaier now in 18th.
It's funny, but when I think about this race and what's on the line, some of the most nervous drivers might actually not be the Championship 4. They might be the Championship 4's teammates. I mean, think of Riley Herbst. Great year, didn't make the playoffs, got that monster win in Vegas, but here he is. Got his mittens on. Man, Cole, could you please pass this guy? Because I think I'm better than you, but I don't want to attack you. And out my rear, I have the one of St. Mary. And if he gets here, he's going to attack me. 98 playing really nice as a teammate here.
And you can't blame Riley Herbst for trying to run well, right?
There's Carruth currently running 16th. Allgaier 17th. Okay, so he was 32nd on the restart. up 15 spots.
Driving a Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet today.
See if Cruz can make it up any farther. Like Hendrick Motorsport, it's winning caliber cars. Top 10 is a good day, a win. Probably expected with the type of machinery. Been piloted by the Cup drivers all year.
Oh my goodness!
All right, and Allgaier makes the pass. He's up to 16th, up 16 spots.
My goodness, Allgaier is cutting this field like
butter.
Meat and butter.
Yeah,
like knife and butter.
So like there he goes on Kraus.
You can use your car to take the air off the car in front of you, put them in a bad situation.
But you gotta understand, he's on fresher tires to these guys.
No,
like 2 or 3 laps.
barely fresher. His car is also just fast. He's up to 15th now. Custer has passed Chandler Smith, putting him in 5th.
He's in pit box 1. So to your point, Jeff, right? Don't make the mistake late, but if he can get him up into about the top 15, get a few more on pit road, it's a team effort.
And you can see the next 2 in front of him, Brett Moffitt and Josh Berry. He's in 14th because he just passed Kyle Weatherman.
We're gonna win this thing, and it demoralizes the people that you're competing against. As long as you can get yourself.
Here's a fight for second, I believe.
Camera is giving a look of where Justin Allgaier is running and how he is doing, picking his way through that traffic. He's already up to 13th as there's a fight for second now. Sammy Smith in the 18 under fire from the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek, and Nemechek slides up the track a bit.
Not quite the same situation as the Riley Herbst Cole Custer teammate. Sammy Smith not returning to Joe Gibbs Racing. He'll be at Junior Motorsports next.
Allgaier now 13th because he just passed Josh Berry, and then he passed Brett Moffitt, so now he's in 12th.
Into this championship 4, he lets him go down here, but he did run him side by side for a set of corners.
Yeah, really all year long. But Joe Gibbs Racing.
Nemechek passes Sammy Smith, now up to 2nd.
But Sammy being very respectful right there, going to race him hard, but not.
Meanwhile, driver that Sam Mayer is trying to pass, Riley Herbst, he's the teammate to the 00, so of course he's holding him up like a good teammate.
Judged by everyone. You know, we saw chaos.
We've linked all these drivers, all of them have teammates.
You know, the Xfinity guys, they watch that truck race.
Earlier
in their career.
Huh?
20 to go in stage 1. And
If it's
Austin Hill, who is out front
with this at the moment, well, you know,
When moderate to severe ulcerative, I rebuild
as it stands right now, John Hunter Nemechek, his position has got the biggest advantage out of all the drivers.
Yes, out of the 4, yeah. There's also the only one last lap to make a lap in the 28-second bracket.
No, if I was in the other players' shoes, like Allgaier, Mayer, and Custer.
Yep.
I should be thinking this is a long race.
Allgaier to 11th.
I shouldn't take any challenges.
Allgaier is now.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
He's the fastest car.
Sam Mayer is nearly a second behind 6th. Oh yay. Sorry, just on board with I don't know which car this is, but the rear of the car in front of him is giving a wiggle. Let's just say that. Doing the wiggle.
I can't see. Past Connor Mosack. but Nemechek closing in on the lead.
Hill and John Hunter Nemechek for the lead here at Phoenix. And now looking to the inside. That's
There he
really
goes.
trying to pass here. With under 15 laps to go in stage
Mayer now in 7th. He passed Herbst and Cole Custer up to 4th after, I guess,
Equal in 3 and 4, but let's see if he can pull that off again.
after Snyder started to fall back.
He'll have a match for him. Take the air away from him. Run on the bottom. All right, I have a question. 14 to go, Jeff.
Wait, as it happens?
Why are you racing
What?
him?
Allgaier's top 10 now.
I want to come down pit road with the lead. I want to get some cushion.
No, Nemechek.
We have a little bit slower pit stop.
No, not his. Not on my side. No. Custer passes Sammy Smith. He's in 3rd.
That 21 car.
And here comes Nemechek. Not leading at the line, but he'll probably get him.
his position through 3 and 4, running that higher line. Does that bode well for the rest of the competition, knowing that might be another option for them through 3 and 4?
All right, 3 and 4 historically here has opened up a little bit.
And Nemechek takes the lead. Mayer passes Myatt Snyder, who's continuing to fall backwards. So now Mayer in 6th.
Hand out the window like, thanks. I always wonder what a driver thinks. He's like, thanks, I didn't let you go. I'm racing you for all it's worth. Like, if it just irritates you even more when the guy waves kind of like you cut him a break.
Want to get a few updates on the Championship 4? We'll start with Dave.
Rick, just a quick update in terms of how he has progressed over time. He was asked this week, why are you better? And he talked about the notebook that he's built and the humbleness to go talk to drivers in different garages and get information from them, learn how to do it better. But I'd like to say, after what we just saw, discipline might be one that he does better too, because as soon as he got in the bumper of the 21, they told him discipline, and he waited, and then he made the pass, Marty.
Nemechek may have the lead, Dave, but Cole Custer rolling through the field. He sat on the pole here in the spring, and when I talked to him about that this week, he said what we lacked was long run speed. Well, guess what they have today? Long run speed where they can match John Hunter Nemechek. If they can get a little more track position, sitting in 3rd right now, I think they feel like they have something for the 20 car, Kim.
Well, for Sam Mayer, he has never finished in the top 10 here at Phoenix, so he knew he had to do his homework coming into it. He told you guys during our Countdown to Green coverage that he watched 15 hours of film. He watched every race here from 2017 to 2023 to prepare. He spent over an hour on the phone with Noah Gregson picking his brain, and he has done his homework. He is knowing how to attack this racetrack. Now he's currently in the 6th position.
Kim, Justin Allgaier up tonight. Steve won a top 15. How about top 10 for Allgaier? He is up 23 spots after that latest restart. Is what he just said on the radio just a moment ago.
Copy, my balance is phenomenal. I just telling you.
Here goes past Brandon Jones. He also passed Herbst, so he's up to 8th. My God.
I think Sam Mayer just gained the position.
I made the first mistake.
I guess I'll see it.
Make the next one. So Steve, to the point Jim Pullman just said, we're going to put on
He's in 6th position right now, I believe.
lap on him, the one they put on the first of the race, and he spun on. That's what they're going to put on this stop. You agree? Get that set out of the way early in the race.
Yeah, just like Jeff.
And Nemechek is way clear of Austin Hill now with 8 to go on the stage.
Sadly, the 38 is out of the race.
Sad.
Sad.
Because those tires have a lap on them, I'm going to make a little adjustment. I expect them to be a little tighter than what brand new Goodyears would feel like.
We talked to Justin Allgaier this week. He made the comment that the win at Martinsville, it was not expected. When they were sitting under a red flag condition, he sat there and was trying to go through every single possibility of how he could make it into the Championship 4, and there wasn't anything that came to him. And so when the restart happened and the doors opened and the powers that be put him in front, he said, we're playing with house money now. When we come to Phoenix, this is something that we can go after. And he has that kind of carefree, loose feel about him. But, boy, he is looking very strong as after that restart, he's been able to work his way up to the 8th position now.
Yeah, the fastest car on the racetrack. Also a fast race car is Sam Mayer. He's in 6th place. As this run has gone on, he's gotten faster. He's running the guys down. And
Wow, we got 2 cars about Mayer's run up to 2 cars, and Custer's is almost up to Austin Hill.
Intention laid back on entry right there to try to get underneath both of these guys. And it's not about stage points, Steve. It's about gaining some track position before the end of this stage. Spoke to Marty Finley this morning, his crew chief, very confident. Feels like they have a really good long-run race car. And if anybody knows, it's Marty Finley. He is the son of a legendary
Butch Lindley.
short track racer, Butch Lindley. 2 championships, won tons of races. Unfortunately, was severely injured. Ended his career. Was in a coma for 5 years before he ultimately passed away. Marty Lindley grew up with his dad being his idol. Garage right down the
Mayer
road.
trying to pass Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith knows that is a rival to his teammate.
They respected Butch Lindley a lot. Actually helped Marty. Gave him some money.
I remember the name Butch Lindley. I don't remember what he raced. Champion of the Sportsman Division in '97 and '98.
Legendary name in the short
His fatal crash was at the DeSoto Speedway in Bradenton, Florida. And he had the coma during overtime, basically.
Wow.
3 to go on the stage. Mayer passes Sammy Smith for 5th. And Allgaier passes Snyder for 7th.
Was patient to the power. Got a little bit better drive off. Now he is in 3 and 4, the banked end, rolling the bottom. I asked him what changes. I mean, you won 4 races in the last 13. His restarts were good. And I've also just learned to be a little more methodical.
Looks like Hill might be caught up to Sam Mayer
We talked to him before his race.
based on the timing.
Yeah. Hey man, what's your expectation? Oh, we'll win. We'll win. Excuse me? Yeah, we'll win. And he believed it. He 100% believed it.
All right, 2 to go.
That confidence went away.
Custard passes Chandler Smith now in 2nd.
Confidence went away.
The Mayer can get Austin Hill.
He fully believes in himself.
Final lap of stage 1, and again, where are the Champ 4 drivers running?
Yeah, final lap now for stage 1.
Name on the left of your screen, and it's John Hunter Nemechek and Cole Custer.
Down the backstretch goes the 20.
1 and 2 as stage 1 comes to an end here. And so the first win of the day goes
All
to
right,
John Hunter
Nemechek rounds
He will
that
win
turn.
stage 1.
He wins stage 1.
Cole Custer,
Custer 2nd, Chandler Smith 3rd, Austin Hill 4th, 5th goes to Sam Mayer, 6th to Sammy Smith, 7th to Justin Allgaier, 8th to Brandon Jones, 9th to Mike Snyder, and 10th to Brett Moffitt.
Spun out backwards 40 laps ago. Finished the 7th in the stage.
Champ 4, a little swagger about them, and they're showing why. All finishing in the top 7 of stage 1.
With the Sonic 2 for $7 deal, you can choose from 3 delicious favorites for only $7. A Sonic...
For 75 years, you've seen everything in our sport. But you know what you haven't seen? Me. I mean, why would you? See, today, I'm just a fan. Like you. But tomorrow... well, you'll see.
We're seeing EVs more every day. Good to know there's one that can still make people say, you don't see that every day. Because it's the only EV that's an F-150. The all-electric F-150 Lightning.
You look like a responsible family guy. Looking for something with a little more space?
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Hurry in to lease a new 2023 all-electric ID4 for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first funds payment, and 0 due at signing.
Now what? You say it when getting older starts getting old. At Prudential, we think you should ask it when your birthday opens up a new chapter. Like when you realize you...
All right, so Champ 4 drivers running 1st, 2nd, 5th, and 7th.
Here's what. You tap into the insurance, investment, and retirement expertise of Prudential and get everything you need to help ensure the best is yet to come. Who's your rock? Speak to an advisor or visit Prudential.com.
Raceway. Sun begins to set over the grandstands here And right out in front of the field, the Toyota GR Supra is the official pace car for today's championship
Hi,
race.
Barto.
As we see
You don't know much of Formula E, but Formula E looks cool. I'll be away from you off your phone, but still listening. Alrighty.
Including Sam Mayer, he said he was happy with the balance, thought it was good. He gave it a little bit more thought, though, did tell the team, I think it tightened up a little in the center, probably need to be freed up just a tick. He also said he used up the rubber on the right front. The call by crew chief Marty Lindley, track car adjustment, 4 fresh Goodyear tires, and Sunoco fuel in that Chevrolet, Marty.
Cole Custer said his car is too tight.
See how the pit stops go over the top 4. Or champ 4. Mayer will be first done. 14.7. Custer a 14.6. Nemechek a 13.4. Allgaier a 14.1.
John Hunter Nemechek's car is doing everything.
Ooh, wow. Nemechek, Custer, Allgaier, Mayer, Hill, Chandler Smith, Sammy Smith, Jones, Snyder, Berry. Mayer +1. Allgaier up to 3rd in the pit order. What a fantastic stop.
Definitely helping out Allgaier.
It was the #1 pit stall, yeah.
This racetrack has been the site of championships, and that means it's been life-changing.
I'll be right back.
Quite a few
The
different
piss.
drivers able to hoist the championship trophy at season's end. Who will it be tonight?
Holy cannot.
ACES at Chase, a public STEAM academy on a private campus, a PLTW distinguished program, and a Magnet Schools of America National School of Distinction. Our strength lies in our inquiry-based STEAM curriculum, weaving in collaboration, creativity, communication, and critical thinking into all that we do. Our diverse learning environment offers a place where students are free to read, write, grow, and create their futures. Come see your future at ACES at Chase.
What if my type 2 diabetes takes over? What if all I do isn't enough? Or what if I can do diabetes differently? Now you can with once weekly Manjaro. Manjaro helps your body regulate blood sugar. And Manjaro can help decrease how much food you eat. 3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%. Plus, people taking Manjaro lost.
This is going to be nuts. Top 4, starting 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be this could be chaos.
You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Manjaro and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, vision changes, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Taking Manjaro with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can cause dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I can do diabetes differently with Manjaro.
Ask your doctor about once weekly Manjaro.
I need to try it first. Yeah. Anyway, lap cars include Timmy Hill, Stephen Parsons, Joe Graff Jr., and Blaine Perkins.
The credit card company. And by Xfinity Mobile. Switch to one of the fastest
Maybe
growing
did
mobile
Hemrick get an
services
extra
using
lap back or something? Because he's
xfinitymobile.com
what am I thinking? He's on the lead lap too.
Championship.
Let me get some water.
This is what we would expect. They are currently running 1, 2, 3, 4 after great pit stops by their crew. And surprisingly, Justin Allgaier has not had an uneventful day. It started very quickly when he went 3 wide, got sideways.
Yeah, mistake right there.
Nice ice cold water.
But he said, no problem. I quickly drove up to the pack, got to 7th place, and then made it look easy. And here's the great pit stop, but also that #1 stall.
Yeah, that #1 stall, he only has to go to the white line. Look at his hand. He wants that windshield tear off as well. Some funny radio. He said they didn't get the windshield tear off. And I think Jim Pullman said, well, then we're equal because you spun out early. So next time we'll get the tear off as well. This is a crew that knows what they're doing. They know the value of that pit stall, and they used it to their advantage right away.
Well, question is, Allgaier was not the highest pitting. Why didn't Nemechek go for it?
Clear film on front of the windshield. You you can pull one layer off, and why does that matter? I'm getting ready to show you. So when this car goes into the sun, look how the left side of his windshield, how it's pitted up. When the sun hits it, it's worse. It's harder to see out of that. Every layer you peel off, it just makes it cleaner. It doesn't last a long time, Steve, but it definitely makes a difference.
Well, you know that because of experience. How about that for experience? Look at the pit crew right there. That front changer, Donnie Tasser, how does he know what he's doing in pit stall 1? He was a front tire changer for Kyle Larson when he won the championship on a pit stop from that same pit stall. So if you want some calm experience, getting the work done, I'd like to have a guy.
All right, let's do it.
I heard his pit crew coach say that he's one of the best at 5 lug nut changes. So now,
here we go. Green, green, green at Phoenix. Custer and Nemechek side by side on the front row.
Top spot as they go into turn 1.
Custer looks like he has an advantage, but Nemechek's got the run on the high side. Oh, Custer takes the lead.
Double zero driver Cole Custer.
I don't know where Dale Jr. is right now.
Sam Mayer, Justin Allgaier side by side for third. Chandler Smith trying to find some way around them. Ooh, sent him 3 wide there. Mayer takes third.
We have to remember, too, Justin Allgaier put those slightly older tires, has about 1 to 2.
Oh, so these are the scuffs.
Those back on. That's why he might be falling back a little bit here at the beginning.
And that's why they put him on now. You cannot afford to be at a disadvantage later in the race to just settle in. It's a great point, Rick. And there you go. There's your son, Jeff.
It's the worst time, though, to have a slow takeoff around all of these cars, and you're a little bit slow.
Josh Berry now in fourth.
Spun out in these situations. If you watch restart wrecks, it's typically because the guy in front doesn't have the pace. The people behind him don't recognize it and make contact. So if for a guy in a championship that's already had one spin, he's got to be really smart here.
We have to watch how.
Oh my God! He's like flocking like nuts, trying not to get pile drived.
Actually cut him some slack right there. I believe the Hill could have felt he was outside, kept his position. You wonder in a non-championship race if he doesn't hold that spot, uses a little bit of better judgment, allows the 7 to slide up. Oh, we found him.
There he is on the pit stall. I can't imagine him trying to call this race with 2 of his drivers running for a title.
Quiet, man. Man, you okay? I'm nervous. I'm nervous. The nerves have already set in.
Yeah, 2 cars in the championship 4 with Sam Mayer and Justin Allgaier. And he said, I'm definitely not going to sit on either one of those pit boxes. It's either going to be the 8 team or the 9 team. That's the pit box I'll sit on. Marty.
After the early spin, at least under the last caution, Justin Allgaier could have a little fun with what happened. Listen.
I think I misunderstood how much fun y'all wanted to have today to start of the race. I think that must be what it is.
Nothing easy comes without some adversity.
Hey, do you remember the conversation we had in the hauler about starting position?
Yep.
Well, they got to run all the way through the field like they kind of joked about earlier today. Jeff, I don't know if you got this since Thursday when we were talking to Justin Allgaier. He just seems at peace no matter what happens. Yes, he knows it's his 6th time in the championship 4. Title or not, it seems like he is totally fine with whatever happens today. And maybe that's the right approach to this race to finally get his first ever championship.
Yeah, Marty, he does. You know, he says all the right things. He looks and sounds extremely relaxed. He's very comfortable with who he is, and he should be. But everybody wants to be a champion. I know for a fact because I never won one. It left a hole in my career. And you want to be a champion, but he is such an important part of this series, being an elder driver, spokesman, statesman, a guy younger drivers can look up to. And that's what this series is about. Bringing young drivers into an environment where they have somebody that's going to hold them accountable, not only by what they say, but what they do, and be willing to go.
Austin Hill passes Allgaier for P5.
Justin does a great job at that.
John Hunter Nemechek, we're riding along with the Toyota onboard, looking forward at Cole Custer, who's leading the race. Now as the 21 of Austin Hill is going to clear that 7 of Allgaier.
Well, Steve, here's my concern. So they put a set of scuffs on, right? Because he spun early. So do you make an adjustment to the car because the way it's driving now?
My brakes hurt my entry next vision. I moved him for the pit stop and didn't quite get him back.
All right, so he moved his brake adjustment for the pit stop because you want more bias to the front, and now he's got to get it back, and he forgot. But my point, Steve, is what adjustment do you make? The car drives differently on scuffs versus stickers. Do you make an adjustment off of this, thinking, hey, this is how it's going to drive, or do you think it is discussed? And I think that's the box that his crew chief has put in here.
Well, what I would do is take our information, listen into our teammate Sam Mayer, scan our competition, see if they're trending the same way, to try to guess if it's the track. To your point, Jeff, it's not ideal, but it can't be a free lunch. You spun out. I mean, you're lucky nobody hit you. But that is going to be the weakness. Looking right here on this onboard, if you want to know, I'm going to draw for a second here. These things right here that kind of jump out at you, those are just some NACA on the right side, bringing air in to this 7 car, some fresh air in. It's a 1-mile racetrack. It's high speed, but you don't run a right side window. So you're allowed to close off so much. You run these NACA ducts. Actually, you can change the aero balance as well.
Justin Allgaier has been a part of the championship for 6 different times, and that has given him an appreciation and a little different perspective probably than the other 4 championship Ford drivers. Here's what he had to say.
You know, as much as I want to win a championship
2016,
myself,
2017, 2019, 2020, 2022, and now 2023.
You know, all of our sponsors and partners. I feel like everybody has supported and invested and really letting people down. Right? I think that's probably for me the reason why I would like to win a championship is not because of the accolade of it, just making sure that you can repay everybody that's put their blood, sweat, and tears into making this program successful.
And one of the biggest names that has done that for Allgaier is his sponsor,
Taylor
Rick
Smith
Brandt. And
passes
that organization
Allgaier.
has been behind Justin for so long and have helped him continue to have such an incredible career in the Xfinity Series. And Rick Brandt is a huge race fan.
Yeah, I've known Rick a long time. You know, he doesn't just
Rick
come
Brandt.
down the suite, and he's Rick. To your point, you know, Brandt from the same state, from around the same area as Justin Allgaier, and just and he loves racing. He partners with Justin. Justin's been a great spokesman for him for many years. I'm not sure anybody would celebrate. If there's anyone that would celebrate more than Justin, Rick Brandt would be at the top of the list of this championship.
I saw him before the race down there. He has looked like 100 people down there by the car, taking pictures. They're excited to be here.
And right now, Allgaier, again, has fallen back to the 7th spot, running the furthest back of the championship 4. It's Custer, Nemechek, and Mayer running 1, 2, 3.
I watched my first race yesterday.
You're on the team, kid.
It's orientation day. Wait, my fucking thing fucking froze, you fucking piece of fucking shit. Allgaier falls to 8th behind Brandon Jones. What the fuck? Come on, work, goddammit, work. Okay, NBC is being a piece of shit right now. Try it again.
We've come a long way in 125 years, pushing boundaries and giving it everything we've got. But there's still a lot more road to run.
Road to
Goodyear,
run.
The official tire of NASCAR.
Nice car. Official tire, nice car. Here's my internet that's just bad right now. I don't know.
Carson Daly and
We're back.
Ricky Garcia star in while the celebrity competition show on television. The games return Monday, November 13th on USA. Fan zone here at Phoenix Raceway, second to none. The fans have incredible access to not only pit road, where they can see that up close and personal, but also Victory Lane. Well, they'll be surrounding it at the end of this race. But who will be in Victory Lane? Will it be Cole Custer, who has shown a lot of strength here in this second stage, as he's out front of John Hunter Nemechek by almost 2 seconds now. 1.8 seconds, the difference between the two of them. Then it's Mayer back 2.5 seconds behind him. Allgaier's fallen back to 8th now as far as the other championship Ford driver.
Spending some time with Custer, it was so interesting this week. He was talking about a lot of things, but he relives that Miami race. He had the lead after the last pit stop, and Tyler Reddick, of all people you want behind you at Miami, not Tyler Reddick, ran him down and passed him for the championship. And he took us through some pretty impressive detail of that day. It's funny what race car drivers can remember, but he said he learned a lot about that moment in kind of his driving career. I think that's going to be a big factor in today's race. He knows what he could have done different. We might see a change now. I think it was 2019 down in Miami. Here he is 4 years later, right? Same opportunity.
Let's learn a little bit more, and we'll start with Marty.
Rick, we also talked to him about his move down to the Xfinity Series, and he admitted to us on Thursday it was a hit to the ego, no doubt about it. He said, I stewed about it for a few weeks, and then I thought, okay, how can I become a better driver? Number one on this list, communication with the team, telling them what I want in the race car, and that has worked for Custer. Remember on that last run, he said, we're still a little bit too tight. The adjustment you made, Jonathan Tony, took about
Lap traffic now. He's going to pass Joey Gase.
Car racing is not easy. Fast car stage 1, the 20. Not now. Right now, John Hunter Nemechek cannot get into the corner well. The car is too free. He needs an adjustment to get the 20 back to where it needs to be, Kim.
For Sam Mayer running in the 3rd position, when I talked to him this weekend, he said he felt the least amount of pressure or nerves he has felt all year long. He said, I'm just happy and grateful to make my first championship 4. And guys, remember, for such a young driver, he is the youngest of those championship 4 at just 20. He has a great perspective. He said, this is a one-race shootout. I can only do so much. This is not a reflection of the great season I've had. Right now, they just are telling him to continue to wrap the bottom longer off of 2.
He might pass Nemechek, because Nemechek can continue to slide back. Mayer's lap times are still pretty nice. Oh, they're okay, actually. They're good.
That line is a kind of extra grip down there.
Allgaier trying not to bleed too much position. He's currently running in 8th. Creed is about to pass him on the inside.
He has had several opportunities to get really aggressive on corner entry. He's not done it. He's faster. He is clearly faster than the 7, but being very careful, showing a ton of respect.
Remember, Sheldon Creed had the penalty where he had to come back on the pit road and has worked his way back up inside the top 10, now fighting for that 8th spot that Allgaier currently holds.
And Allgaier, look, I'm going to give him a lot of credit. He's trusted Sheldon Creed. He's giving him the bottom. He's saying, look, I'm not...
11 to go right now.
Pass me down there, just go for it. Well, that shows a lot of trust to Sheldon Creed that he's going to respect him, not get into him.
Allgaier biding his time is what his crew has told him. Let's get through this set of tires. It's a little bit older. He, again, spun really on the 2nd lap of this race. And so they put those tires back on under this most recent caution. But a long run here in stage 2. Currently 28 laps of green flag racing. With just 10 laps to go in stage 2. Again, no points. They're out the window when it comes to the championship 4. But they are very important for the rest of the competition, because the fight for 5th in points is a notch in your belt as far as something that you've been
Best
able
of the
to
rest,
accomplish if you
essentially.
weren't able to get into the championship.
Currently leading the
If
best
you
of the
can
rest,
still
I believe, is
finish
Sammy
fifth
Smith.
in the point standings, that means you were just outside of this group.
Yeah, and that point standing currently led by the 21 of Austin Hill, Sammy Smith right behind him. Then the 10, the 16, a couple college cars.
Yeah, okay, Austin Hill, actually. Sammy Smith is not too far behind. So right now the battle, the realistic battle is Austin Hill, Sammy Smith, Daniel Hemrick for 5th.
Position to this team on how you finish, and these
Creed is 9th, 11 points behind, Kligerman, and 12 behind Hemrick.
Everything we're
Or
racing
wait.
for, it's not just for the championship four.
No, wait. Oh, no, he's, I got the wrong column. He is 1 point behind Kligerman.
He and the two of Sheldon Creed, they both had an opportunity to
Kligerman started in the back. He's up to 13th. Creed passes Allgaier, 9th place.
Sheldon Creed, it looked as though he was going to take the lead and go on to win the race. He was slow off of turn 4. The 21 got
And here comes
by.
Herbst.
He spins. The 7 gets by, and that means the 2 or the 21. They both did not make it.
7 to
into
go.
the Championship 4.
Tight race between teammates. And look at this race right here. Sam Mayer has caught John Hunter Nemechek. John's not
Caught. Is he going to make the pass? Not yet.
Sam is faster, but it's going to be a difficult pass. It's flatter down there where Sam is. John Hunter's going to get good exit speed off of 2. And now Sam Mayer's going to have the preferred line down here. He's got to get his left sides right on that yellow line. Throttle up. Get alongside John Hunter. Now hang a left. Shortcut this
All right, let's see if he can make that pass. He's got, barely ahead.
the entry and just take the
Oh, he got a wreck. Derek Kraus outside of 2. Mayer is scored as having made the pass.
That car, and the caution has come out with just 5 to go. And Derek Kraus had an issue with speeding on pit road under the most recent caution. He was running 22nd.
It's pretty heavy damage.
I think he scored at P2, according to my thing. At least according to the TV screen.
22-year-old out of Stratford, Wisconsin.
His last start of the year. Disappointing way for that to end.
A lot of late model racing. Derek. Unfortunately, he's run some quite a few Xfinity races. Unfortunately, this one. What's bad about this, Steve, is.
Thank you guys. Sorry that it ends like this. Appreciate it a little bit.
Never mind. Nemechek is back to P3.
For a young driver, right? He's going to give up the penalty earlier. He'll learn from that, but then just not having track time, not being able to run this entire race with such limited practice, it is a
climb out of the
big
car.
deficit to overcome, falling out of a race early.
This was his 8th start in the Xfinity Series this year, and it's going to end with the AMR safety crew is going to take him back to the infield care center.
And with only 4 to go, field coming by the wreck scene now to 3 to go. Pit road yet to open. This should end the second stage.
So the crews are ready. They know that they'll be back under the spotlight here in just a moment. Here's why the caution comes out. The 11 of Kraus way down on the racetrack, and he slides up and into the outside wall.
In the beginning was Daytona, the birthplace of speed, the launchpad of legends, the great American race. It's always been, and will always be, the proving ground for greatness. Every driver looking to be remembered.
Or my Mayor is back in second. I'll be back again because my bladder has been whining all for the last hour. I'm back. And last lap of stage 2, they're all still out.
He lost 2 positions on the racetrack. Sam Mayer has had a great rebound after starting the furthest back of all of the Championship 4 drivers. But then, of course, there's Allgaier, who has that very first pit stall. And they got him out 3rd after he was able to fight from the back all the way up into the top 7 before the caution came out.
All right. Custer wins stage 2. Mayer 2nd. Nemechek 3rd. Hill 4th. Austin Hill 4th. Chandler Smith 5th. Brandon Jones 6th. Barry 7th. Creed 8th. Allgaier 9th. Herbst 10th.
Stage 2.
We saw that battle with Sam Mayer and John Hunter Nemechek. Sam had gotten underneath John Hunter, and he never quite cleared him, but he was in front of the 20 car when they crossed the loop, when the caution, just before the caution came out. So that lined Sam Mayer up in front of John Hunter. Why does that matter? Well, now, if your guys have a good pit stop,
here we go. It's pitting time.
To get the lead right here.
Field on its way back down pit road, and they'll come to Kim first.
And for Sam Mayer on that balance, he said, I was pretty free, about a 3 or 4 out of 10, just over-rotating. He said the middle's probably the worst part because it affects the exit. But he did make a caveat. He said, but I need to be a little free to make speed, so do what you think is best. Crew Chief Martin Lindley saying, we'll make a slight adjustment, give you 4 fresh Goodyear tires, so no, go fuel, Dave.
John Hunter Nemechek said his car was free leaving the wall, and on the exit of the corner, he said, I need more overall grip. He'll get that with a chassis adjustment, a wrench going through the back window.
See what the time for these pit stops are.
They've started a little bit better, but still got too tight at the
Mayer 14-1. Custer 14-3. Nemechek 14-7.
Thanks for fighting for me.
Allgaier slower 15-2. Oh shoot.
Lose some on this stop.
No.
He's going to lose
nothing.
A bunch of spots there.
He didn't lose any spots.
So there was a little issue in pit road too.
Oh!
The 18.
Fiery diarrhea coming out of the 18.
A little bit of gas being spilled there, and so they had to put that out.
The Busch Light Clash is coming back to the Coliseum. The thunder of the engines will roar to life as NASCAR kicks off its season the only way it knows how, with a bang. LA's finest and NASCAR's fastest will put on a show that will finish under the lights and live for years to come. Get your tickets now at NASCARClash.com.
Oh, now we wait.
You look like a responsible family guy. Looking for something with a little more space?
With a click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Hurry in to beat the new 2024 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month payment, and 0 due at signing.
Now what? You say it when getting older starts getting old. At Prudential, we think you should ask it when your birthday opens up a new chapter. Like when you realize you've got the rest of your life to look forward to. Ask, now what? Here's what. You tap into the insurance, investment, and retirement expertise of Prudential and get everything you need to help ensure the best is yet to come. Who's your rock? Speak to an advisor or visit Prudential.com.
The official app of NASCAR Tracks has the latest race and event information from all of your favorite tracks, including Phoenix. Search NASCAR Tracks in the App Store to download for free.
20 of John Hunter Nemechek currently in 4th. Gregory Powell right here, the tire carrier, picks up tire down onto the concrete. Made a nice recovery. This hurts. I have done it.
Damn, that guy.
Luckily, nobody was injured. Jeff, to talk about luckily no injuries, this is amazing.
You want to be a pit crew member? Watch this. The left rear tire changer comes out of the fire. He's on fire. Hey, put me out, man. Just put me out on fire.
These guys rock.
Not running, not screaming, not jumping up and down. Fireman puts him out. Now, I still got a job to do. Let me get over here and change my tire. Hey, quit spraying my car. Quit. I can't see what you're doing. Quit it. I'm going to put this tire on. That is the mindset of a pit crew member. They are not normal. Those guys are brave. They're tough. It shows you what kind of athletes they are.
He's saying, I was on fire. He goes, the fire was in my face. I was on fire. They put me out, and then I went ahead and put the tire back on. All right, let's check in with the Peacock Pit Box. And KP, I want to start with you. Have you seen anything out of the Championship 4 that would say this driver ahead of another looks like they could win the title today?
Really, I haven't seen anything yet. You know what I mean? We saw Nemechek the first part. We saw Cole Custer the second part. We see Mayer making a run at the end of that. The 7 car, now he's back on equal tires. Yeah. What are we going to see now?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Now we're going to have just over 100 laps as we start this for that championship. Who has made an adjustment? It has cooled down tremendously out here. We know how that changes the track. Heard a lot of guys talking about who's made that best adjustment for their driver.
Yeah, absolutely. Allgaier's done a great job of bouncing back. He had a little adversity early on, but the other 3 just riding around, Rick.
Riding around. Well, guess what? It's getting serious now.
Well, DJ did a great job explaining this longer stage. 106 laps to go right now. That's outside of a fuel window. These cars can run, we'll call it 90 laps. Some can run just short of 90, just over 90. So a pit stop required. It could be under green. We'll just have to see how it plays out.
This is the first time Sam Mayer has had nothing in front of him. He now Cole Custer on the inside. He chose the outside lane. This is the most clean air this car has seen all day long. We don't know what kind of pace he's had. He's not been able to show it. Does he have enough to take the fight to Cole Custer?
Sam Mayer got his very first win in the Xfinity Series at Road America earlier.
All right, coming around, ready to restart and kick off the second half of the race. Custer inside, Mayer outside. We're green again at Phoenix.
Custer on the inside with the advantage as they go.
Custer clears.
Austin Hill in the 21.
Mayer clears for second. The 7 can work his way back through the field.
John Hunter Nemechek able to clear it.
Puts RCR teammates side by side. That was a battle a week ago in Martinsville. We'll see if they're a little cleaner here at Phoenix today.
John Hunter.
Nemechek. See if they were able to adjust that car well. Working on trying to pass the 1.
Riding along, looking back from the Xfinity mobile onboard of Sam Mayer. And John Hunter Nemechek trying to put pressure on him. Allgaier came off of pit road in the 7th position, has lost a couple.
No, he came off 9th, but he's about to pass Josh Berry.
He's going to take 1 away from his teammate Josh Berry.
Justin's car, after that spin early in the race, flew through the field. But it's harder up here. It's tougher competition.
Worst part is that I know my computer's ahead. I have to try and not look at it.
The sweets. So not an issue for these drivers as the entire track now in shade.
That was Eddie DeHunt, the spotter of the 7, letting them know that
Nemechek trying to make that pass, and he does.
So that's kind of like saying, hey, focus forward as we see Nemechek in one battle. I like Eddie. He can be my hype man. I like everything I've heard out of him today. I need to take him out on the golf course, get me pumped up for every shot because he's calm, cool, collected. He said it. He went back to front with the championship with Chase Elliott a few years ago, trying to repeat that feat with Justin Allgaier today.
Put this guy away.
Yeah, trying to get by the 16 of Chandler Smith here.
Tight. Listen to the tone. It's like we're at a coffee shop.
Now we're on lap 100.
With Colleague racing.
Chandler Smith holding him off for now.
Next year.
I like this look right here. The 7 kind of looked high, almost rolled to the outside to carry some momentum. Going to follow the 16 down into the corner here. Try to look just a fender lower, right? So just some air to that left front fender.
As confident as this team was driving through the field, Steve, that's not there now.
Yeah, it's less, not as strong.
Car's great, love my car, laughing, carrying on. Something's got to change. They're going to have to find a way to get their car better.
Well, you mentioned it. How do they make adjustments?
Caution is out. And it's Yaley.
Oh, the fan-controlled ride.
The one they voted, J.J. Yaley. People voted for J.J. Yaley to get into that car. And now it's
JJ Yaley's behind
wrecked.
the wheel, but behind a lot of the changes and the things that they do, the fans. How about this car?
It was just amazing. I thought it was going to be just a couple options they were going to give the fans to vote on. Then I logged on and checked this thing out. Spring rate. I mean, there were some things that they were asking the fans to kind of be a part of. I thought it was super interactive, a great idea.
If I'm the competition, I'm signing on that thing and I'm setting it up for him. I'm going to make his day long.
I think you only have a few options, Jeff. I don't know if you can sabotage the car.
Only take a few.
And so the crew looks like they're getting ready to see if they can do a little damage control for that 08 of Yaley.
I didn't get involved with it.
Now, the interesting thing is, with 98 laps to go, you know, I don't think they're quite close enough to their fuel window, but this is going to get interesting. Let's see what happens to the 08.
You can tell if looks like there's some help there. It's really hard to tell from that shot.
Fan control turned into Chris Hacker controlled. He was kind of pushing the 08 off the corner.
Chris Hacker mad they didn't put a setup in there. Yeah. Oh, look at this.
No. Yeah, an issue there. He couldn't even get into his stall without running into that pit wall. So this will take a little bit of time for the safety crew to come and take care of this.
So this will be interesting. 97 to go. If pit road stays closed for a few more laps, you know, if I'm Custer, Nemechek, Mayer, I don't think you see that face right there, Jonathan. That is a face of, man, I think we're getting closer to a fuel window. I'm not going to pit from the lead, but this is getting concerning.
Wow. I'm looking at it. The first thing I see is we need to get pit for gas. What should we do after? Low line or high line? Low line.
Justin Allgaier and Jim Pullman.
Wow. Well, our final position. Bottom 20.
Will come top off their fuel tanks in case this does run green. They can avoid the pit stop.
I mean, you could gamble off of it.
So pit road is open.
Who finishes higher than Gralla or Yaley? Gralla.
Yaley, yeah, when the tires are flat, it's very difficult to control that car. And he's into the pit wall.
So that's
Before
cool.
my doctor and I chose Brez Tree for my COPD, I had bad days.
The Busch Light Clash is coming back to the Coliseum. The thunder of the engines will roar to life as NASCAR kicks off its season the only way it knows how, with a bang. LA's finest and NASCAR's fastest will put on a show that will finish under the lights and live for years to come. Get your tickets now at NASCARClash.com.
You look like a responsible family guy, looking for something with a little more space.
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Hurry in to lease a new 2024 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month payment, and 0 due-it signing. Now what? You say it when getting older starts getting old. At Prudential, we think you should ask it when your birthday opens up a new chapter. Like when you realize you've got the rest of your life to look forward to. Ask, now what? Here's what. You tap into the insurance, investment, and retirement expertise of Prudential and get everything you need to help ensure the best is yet to come. Who's your rock? Speak to an advisor.
A member of the RSS team was very frustrated with Kyle's accident earlier. Blames director Wayne Otten for letting in drivers with no respect. Say Kyle got dumped by Kaz Gralla. Okay.
Will look to stay undefeated when they host the Michigan State Spartans at the Horseshoe. It's Big Ten football on NBC and Peacock. Here comes Saturday night. And this Saturday night in the desert, we're going to find out who the Xfinity Series champion will be. And right now, their current running position under this caution, Cole Custer up front, John Hunter Nemechek running second, Sam Mayer is third, and Allgaier is in the 8th spot. Again, whichever one finishes in front of the other three is the series champion. Cole Custer, again running up front, he actually did double duty today. He helped qualify the 6 car for Brad Keselowski, who got on a plane this morning early because his wife went into labor. He got back in time and just tweeted out not very long ago boy dad. So congratulations to the Keselowski family. He will be back for tomorrow's race, but Cole Custer did the qualifying for him. Marty.
Things looking good for Cole Custer in the lead right now, but is there a concern with the car? Listen on the radio.
Corner, just by walking left front, the brakes felt a little bit weird there. Felt like maybe they're getting a little bit longer. It's starting to get pretty hot on temperature too. I think getting to cool down, and it was 260 under green right there. I don't know, the gauge might be going bad or something. Now it's like showing 270, and I've been cooling it down. So I don't know what's going on.
Little concern there, Steve. He said he actually got it to cool down just a little bit, and now it's down to 235 for the Waters. You see the owner, Tony Stewart, here hanging out today at Phoenix, trying to see if his driver can win a championship in the Xfinity Series. So they've got it a little bit cooler, and Jonathan Tony told him, hey, listen, Control-Alt-Delete. We're all good. Let's just move forward with 94 to go.
So, Steve, hopefully they're not too concerned about that temperature issue. Temperature, speaking of it, beautiful out here in the desert, just outside of Phoenix, and so many things to do. When you come to this area, you can hike, climb, take in the wildlife. Such beautiful scenery here in the Phoenix, Arizona area.
In the beginning was Daytona.
All right, and we continue to wait. Let's get back to green.
The great American race. It's always been, and will always be, a proving ground for greatness. Every driver looking to be remembered. Every fan looking for something they'll never forget. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
You look like a responsible family guy, looking for something with a little more space.
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Hurry in to lease a new 2023 all-electric ID4 for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first funds payment, and 0 due at signing.
Now what? You say it when things get out of hand. At Prudential, we think you should say it when you hand down something valuable, too. One gift you can give them. Ask, now what? Here's what. You get life insurance from Prudential and help protect your family like you protect a family recipe. Who's your rock? Ask your employer about Prudential benefits or speak to an advisor today.
To clean up pit road so that it can be open for pit stops if they want. Under 92 laps to go. And they're side by side getting ready for the restart as the lights are off on the pace car. It's Cole Custer and John Hunter Nemechek that are making up row one. And Sheldon Creed has worked his way up into the second row alongside of Sam Mayer.
And so now John Hunter Nemechek, he early in this race looked like he had the best car. Custer got by him, drove away from him. They had to make some adjustments on it. He ended up getting by Sam Mayer. Now he has clean air on the outside of Cole Custer. And they made the right adjustments.
It'll be 91 laps remaining. And just outside the fuel.
All right, here we go. Custer bottom, Nemechek high. Let's do it again. Yeah, way down. 3 wide for third. It's Creed, Chandler, Smith, and Mayer. Chandler gets ahead. Nemechek and Custer side by side. Allgaier up to 7th.
Got him loose. Took the lead away from him.
Nemechek back up front.
That's a difficult decision, Steve, to be leading the race. I just don't know that you can pick the bottom with a car like John Hunter on the outside of you.
Here comes Sam Mayer. He looks to the inside of that 2. Sheldon Creed not able to make the pass.
Yeah, Sam Mayer's going the wrong way here. Chandler Smith putting 3 wide on the restart. Lost that spot. Now
Nemechek able to get up front. He had an ill-handling car in the end of stage 2. Crew's able to correct that and get him back up to the top spot.
You're right along with Sam Mayer. He's got those 4 cars in front of him he has to deal with now.
And he's been willing to do this. Up on the outside, in the second lane. He's been making it work on the outside of Chandler Smith. If you are the spotter for one of the 4 championship drivers, you've got to tell them that second lane will work. You've got to be willing to go up there at some point.
If you're Kevin Hamlin, the spotter of the 1, you don't have to tell him because he has a front row seat.
Creed passes Chandler Smith for 3rd. Ooh, something just went on the track. It's like paper.
Running that second line in the 2, and he's taking the spot away for Chandler Smith.
One thing's for sure, though, Sheldon Creed has nothing to lose. If he
he's not driving for RCR next year. He's not going for the title. He just wants to win.
In the championship 4, if they get up there and get in the wall and make a mistake, it could be the end of their day. So there's risk versus reward running in that second line about the risk at all.
Well, with 87 to go, though, if you're this one of Sam Mayer, I mean, I know you're running another 1 second.
And Creed is the fastest car.
You're up there. You might need an adjustment, Jeff, right? You need to go up there and run it a few times because maybe you need your car to turn a little better, have a little better rear grip. And you can't try that after the last pit stop and complain to me that you want your car to drive different. I can't help you.
That is a great point, Steve. If I don't go up there, I'm never going to know. And you just saw
Mayer is trying the top line.
Seeing what was happening behind him, went to that second lane, blocked the advance.
He got a great run on or a good run.
He was doing the same thing. He ran up top, got a great run on quarter exit. Now he's going to be inside the 16 of Chandler Smith. Try to run him a little high here on exit, all the way up. Now turn left. Get away from him? No, he decides to stay on the racetrack.
It's a hard pass, though. We saw that outside working, and Chandler Smith's going to use it.
Send it hard into the turn.
Good grip here. Should get good exit speed. Here it comes.
Right.
That's why it's hard to make that pass on the bottom.
I really thought down the front stretch he should have turned left to try to cut that dog leg. Just the distance sometimes will get you clear where you could pull up in front of him. Let's see if he does it again. So he's right to the 16's door. Once again, patience, stays on the dog leg.
When he was in 1 and 2 this last time, he was way down on the apron. It looks like he's going to do it again. Down to the apron for the 1 of Mayer. Still not quite able to clear Chandler Smith.
And that continues, and Austin Hill and Allgaier are getting closer to this fight. Meanwhile, up front, it's a 3-man shootout. Nemechek, Custer, Creed, all close to each other. Mayer almost just cleared for 4th.
Because if Custer makes a mistake, Sheldon Creed's going to take that spot, and now Custer's running 3rd.
I like what Custer's doing, though, because I think he's learning about
it's going to be almost 3 wide. It was almost 3 wide going for 4th.
I don't know what Allgaier's thinking here, but this has got to be a little bit of a challenge in front of him.
Well, it was 3 wide for a moment there. Austin Hill had gone in between, and now it looks like it's going to...
Oh, he got a Mayer to P4, but Austin Hill's trying to has both of them on the bottom. He sends it way into the dog leg. Almost clear. He cleared Chandler Smith. Woo!
I said 3rd lane. 7's in like the 4th lane. He should have a huge run down the straightaway.
Almost wrecked.
Somebody flipped the upper lane work switch. It just happened in the last few laps.
7's even going to give it a run down here. I know he's in the 2nd lane.
Well, you got past Chandler.
He's able to clear Chandler Smith, and now Allgaier is up into the 6th spot.
So you can see what's happened with Justin Allgaier and the speed that they have that they didn't have earlier. It's forcing him to try something different. The leader is driving away from him. He's got to find some speed somewhere, so he's had to take the risk of running that 2nd and 3rd lane, Marty.
So, Jeff, you asked for a championship driver spotter to tell him, hey, try the higher line. Eddie DeHaan arrived on the scene. Right after you said that, he said, hey, the 2 is...
I think Creed is faster than Custer, but you can't clear Custer.
Using that higher line, let's go try it. Allgaier has done that. It has worked so far, up to 6 on this run. Can he get Austin Hill moving to the top 5?
Hill up in front of Allgaier, but it's Nemechek that still has the number 1 spot with Cole Custer behind him, Sheldon Creed, Mayer, and Hill the top 5.
Now we wait.
For millions of young people, Boys and Girls Club of America provides a safe place where science, technology, and NASCAR come together. Where the green flag waves on potential careers, and the skills learned here excite, inspire, and build the foundation towards a better tomorrow. After all, great futures start here.
Sheldon Creed to P2.
Now what?
Let's see if we can chase down Nemechek.
You say it when things get bad.
Because he is faster.
At Prudential, we think you should say it when you hand down something valuable, too. Like when you realize a recipe is just one gift you can give them. Ask, now what? Here's what. You get life insurance from Prudential and help protect your family like you protect a family recipe. Who's your rock? Ask your employer about Prudential benefits or speak to an advisor today.
We've come a long way in 125 years. From dirt tracks to super speedways and every track in between. Never backing down.
Mayor, wait, never mind. Mayor nothing.
And giving it everything we've got. Yeah, we've come a long way, but there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
I need to try it first.
Oh, God.
Digital tools.
Yeah, Creed is running about 2/10 a lap faster than Nemechek.
The Mega Power front with 400 liters of storage.
And Creed is in the lead.
The 400 pounds. The all-electric F-150 Lightning.
I can't see it because I'm using the app as opposed to a channel.
Running up and down that field looks tough. It's a pitch.
Get way more into what you're into when you stream on the Xfinity 10G network.
A fight for the lead. Here comes Sheldon Creed on the outside. John Hunter Nemechek trying to stay in front, but now the race is going to be led by the two of Sheldon Creed.
And he gets it.
Not one of the championship 4 drivers, but out front looking for his first ever Xfinity Series win.
Watch what he does on the entrance into 1. He's up the racetrack immediately. He doesn't go on the bottom and slide up there. He enters on the top. And that's where the danger is, Steve. If you cross over, you get too high. You get in the wall, you make a mistake. He's willing to do it. All of the speed starts running this high line by entering higher than you're comfortable doing. But that's what you have to be willing to do. Watch this. See, Nemechek is learning. Nemechek saying, all right, it's working. I'm going to try to run up there. And I kind of like the fact that Nemechek didn't fight. This car and this driver are doing good job.
All Geyer trying to pass Austin L for P5.
Doing and see if I can do it.
I mean, all Geyer trying to pass, yeah. But I misspoke. Didn't work that last lap.
If you remember, a year ago there was traction compound put to the racetrack. There wasn't this year, and this has to be a very good sign that they don't need it. If you're able to run almost near the wall in 1 and 2, here comes the 7.
Yeah, and he's the 21's doing nothing wrong. He's racing and racing very hard.
Ooh, contact.
He's running out of patience. He's running out of patience because with 71 to go, he's watching the 20 and the 00 get smaller out the front windshield. So now, what was then a normal pass is going to have to be pushed a little bit more. Like right here, slide.
Not able to clear. And send it low. And there he goes.
21 just like this. It was time to take the spot. Even if the 21 gets a run, be a little defensive, move on.
Austin Hill got the message. When Allgaier drove into turn 3 the lap before and just overdrove the heck out of the corner and slid up, that was the message. Hey, I'm coming. You're going to move out of my way, or I'm going to move you out of the way.
Yeah, as we were watching this battle right here, the 20 of
Nemechek gets back around Sheldon Creed.
So the lesson was learned. This is how he made the pass. He ran up there where Creed had passed him, figured it out and decided, okay, I can use that same line. I'll do a pass here, get in front of you, and now I've got the faster line.
Yeah, Creed had some kind of problem right there. As quickly as John Hunter passed him, oh, there it is. Super loose. Really, really loose on corner entry.
Some kind of problem equals almost wrecking.
Yes.
So back to second goes Sheldon Creed, and back out front is John Hunter Nemechek. Dave.
And Rick, we did see there that John Hunter Nemechek's car was vulnerable. He radioed the crew during the last caution saying, I will need more for the long run. Now you saw he got Cole Custer at that restart, but for the long run, he says, I need more right rear grip. That report came about 12 laps ago. So we'll see. Nemechek again out front. Not sure the car is exactly where he wants it, but he's exactly where he needs to be if it ended here to be the champion. He's ahead of everybody else.
Steve, who dictates when they come to pit road? I mean, is it going to be race leader John Hunter Nemechek, or will somebody force his hand like Cole Custer or Allgaier, who's the furthest back of the championship for? Which will come first?
Well, we're a long ways from there. They're only going to probably come with about 15 or 20 to go.
Okay.
So I think at this point, it depends on how big of a lead you have. If you're John Hunter, I'm not going to pit first from the lead. I'm going to make one of the other championship fours gamble, and then I'm going to decide if they're close enough that I'm even worried about it.
So John Hunter Nemechek back out front, looking for a championship. But he told us it's not so much the championship, it's really getting here that's the most difficult.
It's very hard to get to Phoenix. To start with 38 drivers, the first race of the year, go through the whole season. Then when the playoffs come, to start with 12 drivers and dwindle down to 4 over 2 rounds of 3 races, it's very hard. You can't have any bad weeks. You have to execute to the fullest potential possible, and luckily we were able to do so. But it's not an easy task for sure.
That's the immediate on how you
Tim
do
Mayer
it.
has been
Years and
stealthily
years and
working
years.
faster than the leaders, about a couple tenths a second per lap.
Cup winner, won tons of experience.
And Myatt Snyder in the number 19 three-top Toyota spins, and that's a caution.
So the 6th caution has come out. Maya was running 13th. Let's take a look at what happened.
Racing Raja Caruth. Oh, off of Moffitt.
Rear tires, like you said, it locked the rear tires up, and you could see the back of the car really moving around a lot. Yeah, there's no contact. It's actually wheel hopping. That is an odd thing to happen.
And it's
on
a
an oval racetrack,
wacky
to
movement.
see the wheels hopping like that. I couldn't quite make out what he said on the radio, but he said something about the rear tires locking up.
Well, and Myatt Snyder had just reported to his team that the brake pedal had started going to the floor, so he was definitely having brake issues.
So what happens is you get loose ends, you keep turning front brake in it, and finally the fronts fade, the rears walk. Watch the left rear tire on this 19. The 25 doesn't hit him. The back of the car starts to move. And now watch this violent hop.
Ooh, yeah, holy crap.
It starts skipping across the pavement.
Look, it's loose.
The rear tire is basically locked up on this car, out of control, Myatt Snyder into the wall. It's either a mechanical issue, which is very possible, or a balance issue. You know, Myatt doesn't drive this car all year long. He doesn't know perhaps some of the limitations of what adjustments he's allowed or not allowed, what could be too much one way. We just heard the 00 talk about, hey, don't do that again.
Watch the left front. Watch the left front wheel. See it start to get orange in there? That's the brake rotor glowing. The rear tires are locked up. The brakes are locking the rear tires up. But you can see how much brake he's applying to it by looking at the rotor start glowing red. He knew he was in trouble, Steve, just trying to keep the thing from wrecking.
And what this does with 62 to go is you absolutely can make it on fuel. So you have a couple sets of tires. There may be another caution. But if you're a pit crew member, if you're a driver, if you're a crew, you have to think this is it. This is the championship opportunity. If you want to win a championship, no mistakes, but here they are. 1, 3, 4, 5. The championship 4 all lined up. Can pit stall 1 pay off for Justin Allgaier? Can this be the moment that gives him a chance at a championship?
Look at the gap Sam Mayer left between himself and Cole Custer. You need to be right on the rear bumper of the car in front of you.
Kim.
All right, let's see these pit stops.
so they said get very aggressive getting into the box. Sam said he fired off a 1-2 tight. He said we've got speed, just worried about the right.
All right.
He said we cannot get too far behind on these restarts. We have the speed to win this thing.
They do. And we're fastest on the long run. Mayer a 14.5. Custer 14.2. Nemechek 13.9. Allgaier. All right, Nemechek, Creed, Custer, Allgaier, Mayer, Hills, Chandler Smith, Herbst, Jones, Berry. No, they're not.
In the top 5 right now, you got Sheldon Creed still up there as well, but it is going to be very interesting. Now, they've got enough fuel. They can get to the end. Will we go caution-free? This happened to Myatt Snyder just moments ago to bring out this caution.
All right. We're getting down to it.
The Busch Light Clash is coming back to the Coliseum. The thunder of the engines will roar to life as NASCAR kicks off its season the only way it knows how, with a bang. LA's finest and NASCAR's fastest will put on a show that will finish under the lights and live for years to come. Get your tickets now at NASCARClash.com.
Perfect. What did you get us?
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Hurry in to lease a new 2024 Taos for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month payment, and 0 due at signing. Limited inventory available. Now what? You say it when it feels like you're starting too late. At Prudential, we think you should ask it when you realize it's not too late to start. Like when your new passion is now your life passion, ask now what? Here's what. You come to Prudential and help ensure your retirement has income that lasts a lifetime. Who's your rock? Talk to an advisor and build a more secure retirement today.
We've come a long way in 125 years. From dirt tracks to super speedways and every track in between. Never backing down, pushing boundaries and giving it everything we've got. Yeah, we've come a long way, but there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
Jones and Moffitt too fast on pit road.
I need to try it first.
You're lucky. Watching live sports never used to be this easy. Running up and down that field looks tough. It's a pitch.
Get way more into what you're into when you stream on the Xfinity 10G network.
Okay.
You're watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship from Phoenix Raceway. The sun has set, beautiful view there, and the fans, I think this is from...
Wow, we blitzed the view goal. Thank you guys so much. Not the sub goal. Hey, get rid of all.
Represented there and having a good time.
I thought that was you watching the truck race last night.
All right. They've lined up.
All right, 58 laps remaining in the championship for the Xfinity Series. Sheldon Creed is on the inside of row 1.
Here we go. Nemechek outside, Creed inside. Bit of a lock up there. We're green. Allgaier up to third.
For the lead, Sheldon Creed. And he has to check up. That slows the 7 down.
Oh, 7 almost spins to 7. I mean, 7 Allgaier almost spins to 2.
That is going to be a big trouble for the 7. He doesn't.
Meanwhile, Mayer trying to make some moves on the outside. He's in 5th right now, trying to pass the 16 and the 2.
Not a good restart for Junior Motorsports.
For real. That sucked. Monkey fuck.
Restart was under review, and NASCAR has said it is good.
Nemechek leads.
Back to 4th as Chandler Smith has been able to get around. Cole Custer now right behind. The 20 of John Hunter Nemechek.
We'll see if they've been able to make adjustments to that 00 to find a little more pace. The 20 was definitely better on the last run. Now they don't have the 2 of Creed between them, though. As the 7 of Allgaier
trying to pass, 7 trying to pass the 2.
Goes to 21, now it's the 2.
1 also trying to as well.
Trying to find a way by his teammate, which can be very difficult.
Allgaier able to stay right on that rear quarter panel, now slides in behind the 2 of Creed. Allgaier very loose and comfortable early in this race, and now he's got the fights of a championship in front of him. 2 of his competitors are in front, 1's behind.
Yeah, 55 to go.
It's crunch time.
Situation is starting to set in. Every lap goes by, every position matters that much more. Both the 7 of Allgaier, the 1 of Mayer, need to clear this 2 car.
Sheldon Creed's racing for his first win. Those 2 were side by side 1 week ago, coming to the checkered flag at Martinsville, and it ended up being the 7 of Allgaier by about 3 feet.
7 to 4th.
He drove into the corner really deep, up the racetrack.
Ooh, but the 2 trying to get second wind, not able to get there. Mayer trying to take advantage of the 2 shortcoming on that run. Diving in hard into 3.
I think Sheldon wanted to cross the 7 over, and he wasn't exactly sure.
7 is clear, 1 is clear, 4th and 5th.
The youngster in the 1.
Marty.
Rick by 1 non-playoff driver for Justin Allgaier. 1 more to go. Chandler Smith right in front of him. Jeff, Justin Allgaier has been very frustrated on the radio with the non-championship 4 drivers, especially Austin Hill on that last run. What's the right etiquette when you're not in the championship 4 to race those who are?
Marty, it is a very difficult situation for guys that aren't in the championship 4, but winning a race is a precious thing. You got to be respectful. Don't spin them, don't wreck them, don't do anything like that. But if you have speed to win the race, you got to go try to win it. Sponsors, team owners, crew members, you owe it to them to get everything you got. I want to go back to the restart. Watch Cole Custer, who came out of that restart in 2nd place. Watch the move he makes. So they get a great launch. Everybody in the field goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Cole Custer says, I'm not doing it. Stays to the top. Look how much higher he is than everybody else. Watch how that helps him enter the corner. He enters high, able to carry speed, and look what he does to the 2 car. Gets to his outside, and now he is racing the 20 and gets that 2nd spot. We talk about cutting the corner, Steve, but it's not always the best thing to do. Cole Custer did not do it, and it worked out for him.
And now with 50 to go, Cole Custer sees the task at hand. The 20 of John Hunter Nemechek. 7 wins on the year. John Hunter looking for win 8. Cole Custer trying to run him down for a win and a championship.
And this is where is your car good on the long run? Because 50 laps, I mean, this could be one of the longest runs. It would be the longest green flag run if it were to continue on until the checkered flag. Are these cars ready to go that long of a run?
Well, that's the challenge, because if the 00 thinks he's better, you kind of want to attack when you have an advantage. It's really difficult. Now, the advantage is he's close enough, actually gaining a little bit of time, that if he could just be patient and let his tires and his brakes kind of settle in, he might be able to make a push to the 20.
That corner right there through 1 and 2, he was definitely better than Nemechek. What you don't know, Steve, is what's the goal here for John Hunter? Is it to go as fast as you can, or is it just to keep Cole Custer? We don't know how hard John Hunter's running.
I think it's going to be who runs the top successful first. At what lap on tires is the top right? And if John Hunter guesses wrong and the 00 still has tire to run the bottom, he'll lose the lead. If he runs the bottom and loses track of the 00, then he can get to his right rear quarter panel. Right there, I thought both ran the middle of 1 and 2. Now the 00 is going to climb the banking down here. The 20 is going to
really tight battle still. We're heading now to 47 to go.
Like if I'm Cole Custer, right now I'm going to run the top again. Right, I'm not going to run the bottom. I'm going to run the top. Get John Hunter thinking this is the only place I'm going to run. I'm going to try to break even with him down here. John Hunter's going to try to go to the bottom, entering the corner. He does not, so Cole Custer goes to the bottom. Right move for Custer. And in 1 and 2, I definitely run the bottom if I'm Custer, just to see what it does. How is my car down here?
He stays up in the middle of the racetrack.
it tells me that the track is swung. For Cole Custer to not try the bottom right there tells me that the upper groove just simply has more grip.
Think of this battle we're watching right here. John Hunter Nemechek and Cole Custer both were full-time Cup drivers at some point in their career. John Hunter Nemechek is moving back to Cup. We know Cole Custer's been vocal. That's where he wants to end up. He loves this opportunity, but he wants to be a Cup driver. You wonder how much is that's playing. Custer's returning. He knows he's an Xfinity Series driver next year, but if he can beat what is a Cup driver next year, what does that do for his ego? What does that do for his career?
It sends another message to those at Stewart-Haas Racing that he can compete at that highest level. As John Hunter Nemechek up the racetrack a bit, the gap is closed. It's
All right.
still 1 and 2 for Nemechek.
My thing's a little ahead. My feed is a little ahead, so I don't get side-by-sides on the app. Now, oh, Cole Custer took the lead. Of course.
Under this high, bright desert sky, 4 drivers will enter. And you know the rest. The NASCAR Championship on NBC and Peacock.
Now what? You say it when it feels like you're starting too late. At Prudential, we think you should ask it when you realize it's not too late to start. Like when your new passion is now your life passion, ask now what? Here's what. You come to Prudential and help ensure your retirement has income that lasts a lifetime. Who's your rock? Talk to an advisor and build a more secure retirement today.
We've come a long way in 125 years, pushing boundaries and giving it everything we've got. But there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
What if my type 2 diabetes takes over? What if all I do isn't enough? Or what if I can do diabetes differently? Now you can with Once Weekly Mounjaro. Mounjaro helps your body regulate blood sugar. And Mounjaro can help decrease how much food you eat. 3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%. Plus, people taking Mounjaro lost up to 25 pounds. Mounjaro is not for people with type 1 diabetes or children. Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Mounjaro and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, vision changes, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can cause dehydration and may worsen kidney
All right,
problems.
let's been back. Allgaier to third.
Diabetes differently with Mounjaro. Ask your doctor about Once Weekly Mounjaro.
Championship 4.
Whoa. Wow. We got, on the left, we got driver cam, looking forward. Then you got the driver cam at the inside. Then you got a cam following each car. And one on their crew chiefs.
Sam Mayer, you see their crew chiefs on the far right. And now, under 38 laps remain. The way the pass took place for Cole Custer to take away the top spot from John Hunter Nemechek. This is what it looked like.
A little bit of a power move, really. Got to the center of the corner, was able to get his car turned better. Drives alongside John Hunter, and then down here in 3, he just drove in the corner really deep, sides up the racetrack, takes the spot.
All right. Custer leads with 36 to go.
Car pointed really well. They were staying in the gas.
Pitching for the 53.
Chris Hacker.
And so Chris Hacker is going to bring that car onto pit road and to the attention of his crew, maybe even behind the wall. We'll see. Not running straight down pit road.
Now it's a matter of time. Right, that last lap, Allgaier in third was actually the fastest car on the racetrack, but he's back.
Not fast
over
enough.
3 seconds from the 2 leaders, so just not sure. Oh, you see the damage right there. Smoke inside the car, heavy damage to both right side tires, obviously big contact somewhere with the wall.
Oh, how is that not a caution? He spun. I guess it was so far inside it wasn't necessary.
As John Hunter Nemechek continues to try to chase down Cole Custer after Custer took the lead away. It's time now for the Toyota driver update. And prior to losing the lead, John Hunter Nemechek had led 65 laps of this race. Currently in that second spot, but second is not going to be good enough if he wants a championship. Cole Custer right now holding that spot.
Well, you talk Cole Custer, you know, we spent some time with him and we continue to talk about it. I was amazed at his honesty about what it did to his ego when he was asked to move down from Cup to Xfinity. So you have to look at the season. SHR is currently winless in the Cup Series. Never has that happened in the organization since Tony Stewart has been a part of it. Could this championship, in the perfect year, right after Kevin Harvick moving on, Eric Almirola has said he's not coming back, you know, all eyes. Tony Stewart
Mayer passes Chandler Smith. So Champ 4 running top 4.
Next year. But is this what moves him to the top of everybody's list for the next available seat? He has 33 laps to hold off the 20 and try to win that championship.
It's all right there what John Hunter did. He completely changed what he was doing and wanted to man the bottom of the racetrack. He's searching, trying to find something that makes his car drive better. Been running the second and third lane. Cole Custer driving away from him. I gotta find something different. I gotta try something.
Now under 32 laps to go in this championship race. And let's get a few more updates. We'll start with the 00, Cole Custer and Marty.
He also told us on Thursday, he said, listen, I finished second in this championship 4 twice. And we asked him, what did you learn from that? He said, when to be patient and when to push things, when to worry and when not to worry.
I'm going to note this. I don't want to point it out because I'm afraid I'll say it anyway. Justin Allgaier is looking mighty fast.
Cole Custer and an Xfinity Series championship, Dave.
Veteran spotter Tony Hirschman was telling John Hunter Nemechek he was over-rolling the center of the corner and missing his exit points. That's when Custer passed him. After that, Hirschman came back and said, remember, the 00 came back to us the longer we ran. Recently, that's been happening. John Hunter is closing, Marty.
One of the signature wins for Justin Allgaier this year was Bristol. Jim Pullman told me immediately after that race, he said, I knew I wanted that car for the championship 4 race at Phoenix. That's what they have here today. They have also been telling Justin the last several laps, you're the fastest car on the track.
And he is. Margin less than 2.5 seconds. It was about 4 seconds of what? Like just like 10 laps ago or so.
Position. Lap traffic's going to come into play on the lead here.
Less than 30 laps to go now.
That lead has shrunk and lap traffic right in front.
Damn, like they're hogging they're on the bottom now in the middle. 20s to the back of the 00. Meanwhile, the 7 is very close to getting less than 2 seconds.
He's running the top off the corner saying, hey, I want the outside. John Hunter wants the inside. We talked a few laps ago about how John Hunter changed his line, running shorter around the racetrack on the bottom, and it has helped him.
He's now sub 2 seconds.
On the 00 right now, using this line right here, and this could be a big move for him.
1.8.
Allgaier is still fastest. He's closed it to 1.8 seconds and continues to close the gap on these two.
And in big chunks, 2-3 tenths of a second a lap. So there's a battle here. You see it off the hook of the 20 of Nemechek. Out of his rear bumper, the
19 in the way there. Less than 1.8. He's got to make his way to the lap traffic too.
Lower nose, a couple lap cars in between, but Nemechek continues to hound the 00.
I feel like the 00's got loose. He looks like I saw his car wiggling around a little
wow.
bit on the back of it like 10 laps ago. I just don't feel like he can
the lap traffic though is the problem. It's
been very aggressive too. Almost
no, we're losing time. We're losing time.
He's using every inch of this racetrack to try to close that gap.
And this is, you don't know how hard this is. It's 26 to go. You know there's a championship on the line. Neither car is driving perfectly. But you have to be perfect. You have to maximize everything. If you try too hard, you actually go slower. Cars are riding around on ice. You've got to be precise. You've got to hit your marks. Drive in the right
25 to
amount.
go.
Not too deep with the throttle, Steve. Go back to the throttle exactly
All right, 00 and the 20 have cleared the lap traffic.
A great move by the 6 of Brennan Poole to completely get out of the way. Now it's a straightaway gap for the 00. It's all on him now. No more lap traffic to deal with. Can he put his car in the right position for 25 laps?
How about he went to the bottom? We saw John Hunter running the bottom. He ran Cole Custer down, right? And then Cole said, all right, I'm going to run a little
Damn
bit
it.
lower.
Well, now he's
Down
losing
to
time.
3 and 4.
Well,
he's just painting the yellow line, not up the racetrack at all.
And we've talked about the 00 being moved back. The opposite behind. John Hunter and Nemechek, when he sat down with us, he talked about the gamble him and TRD took. They took it together. He said to move down out of Cup, to find a position where he can win races. This championship, he said, would validate that entire gamble as the 00 gaps the 20 off the corner.
And what's the difference between a Cup driver, a full-time Cup driver, and Xfinity driver? It's this right here. Being able to move around.
Custer is able to pull away hard.
You can't drive a race car the same every lap. You got to drive it the way it needs to be driven on this lap, and it's going to change in a few, and you have to change with it.
While we got this, I'm going to go take a piss.
Pulling away.
We've come a long way in 125.
The Busch Light Clash is coming back to the Coliseum. The thunder of the engines will roar to life as NASCAR kicks off its season the only way it knows how, with a bang. LA's finest and NASCAR's fastest will put on a show that will finish under the lights and live for years to come. Get your tickets now at NASCARClash.com.
Now what? You say it when getting older starts getting old. At Prudential, we think you should ask it when your birthday opens up a new chapter. Like when you realize you've got the rest of your life to look forward to. Ask, now what?
All right, I'm back.
Here's what.
Caution!
Insurance, investment, and retirement expertise at Prudential and get everything you need to help
yeah, we got a caution. I don't see who, because I'm...
Speak to an advisor or visit Prudential.com.
We've come a long way in 125 years, pushing boundaries and giving it everything we've got. But there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
What if my type 2 diabetes takes over? What if all I do isn't enough?
This could get dicey after we've had some really great racing.
Now you can with Once Weekly Mounjaro. Mounjaro helps your body regulate blood sugar, and Mounjaro can help decrease how much food you eat. 3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%. Plus, people taking Mounjaro lost up to 25 pounds. Mounjaro is not for people with type 1 diabetes or children. Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Mounjaro and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, vision changes, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can cause dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I can do diabetes differently with Mounjaro.
Ask your doctor about Once Weekly Mounjaro.
Cross traffic, didn't have his issue, created another.
That really was, Steve. It was very odd. The behavior of that car.
Now we have playoff drivers 1, 2, 3, 4.
Coming to their crews.
Yeah, everyone's going to need to put on fresh tires for sure. Coach Gibbs in attendance. Checking out John Hunter Nemechek in the 20. They were successful with Ty Gibbs a year ago to win the Xfinity Series Championship, trying to match that feat.
We talk a lot about the pit crews, but the driver has a job to do too. We saw the last time coming down pit road, Sam Mayer was a car length behind the car in front of him. You can't do that. You have got to be closed up. You have got to maximize pit road speed. You got to get in your pit box perfectly. Steve, if you slide 2 feet too far. It messes the rhythm up of your pit crew. The pit stop, we put a lot on the pit crew. Hey, they didn't have a good stop, but the driver can help the pit crew do their job.
You know, and a lot of decisions are made as you approach a year that you're not sure if they'll pay off or not. And the decisions on pit road are very interesting, right? When you look at this, the 7 crew for Junior Motorsports, the majority of these pit crew members pit the 48 Cup car on Sunday. The other Junior Motorsports crew, they pit the 7 Cup car on Sunday. The 00 of Stuart Haas, same thing. A lot of guys on either the 14 or the 41, but not Joe Gibbs Racing. They're changers, the carrier, and the jackman. Those 4, they're Xfinity only. This was a decision by Chris Berkey, who's the AD, the athletic director at Joe Gibbs Racing. He wanted to have folks that focus purely on Xfinity. They have 5 lug nuts, not 1. The orchestration is very different. Will that gamble, will that approach pay off as John Hunter comes in second, Custer in first?
It's a team sport, and now it's all on the team. Kim.
And for Sam Mayer, he said, I was pretty darn balanced during that run, just a little free on exit, but he said he cannot be any tighter because he won't be able to roll. The center crew chief, Marty Lindley, trying to pump up his team, and his driver saying, nice and smooth on this stop. Let's go. Let's gain some spots, Dave.
Nemechek was asked what he needed for this short run. He said just about the same thing.
All right, they're all pitting. Let's see how this goes. This will be key.
We'll go to work on the 20 here, Marty.
Cole Custer said, I am good on balance. I don't want any changes to
The money stop.
was terrific at the end of that run. He said it's just a little bit too free. Allgaier came
14-1, Mayer. Custer 14-1. Nemechek 14-2. 14-3 for Allgaier.
Will maybe gain a spot or 2 here on pit road, Rick.
Yeah, spun the tires trying to get...
Custer won the race off pit road.
It was a good stop for the 00 of Cole Custer. Take a look at the race off pit road.
Custer.
00.
Whoa!
7. You got to throw Austin Hill in there, too.
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5. That's my go-to. Ooh, that's my ride or die. Just like you and me.
Also announced Brendan Poole will not return to JD Motorsports next year.
For 75 years, you've seen everything in our sport. But you know what you haven't seen? Me. I mean, why would you? See, today, I'm just a fan. Like you. But tomorrow...
Great.
Well, you'll see.
Now what? You say it when getting older starts getting old. At Prudential, we think you should ask it when your birthday opens up a new chapter. Like when you realize you've got the rest of your life to look forward to. Ask, now what? Here's what. You tap into the insurance, investment, and retirement expertise of Prudential and get everything you need to help ensure the best is yet to come. Who's your rock? Speak to an advisor or visit Prudential.com.
We've come a long way in 125 years. From dirt tracks to super speedways and every track in between. Never backing down, pushing boundaries and giving it everything we've got. Yeah, we've come a long way, but there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
Bengals coverage
We're
beginning
back.
at 7 p.m. Eastern with Football Night in America. NBC and Peacock. Buffalo 1-2 on the road. Cincinnati won 3 straight. See how that battle goes. We've got a huge battle in front of us here at this 1 mile oval in the desert. Phoenix Raceway is where we will determine an Xfinity Series champion. And an interesting twist, it looks like Daniel Hemrick may have changed just 2 tires to win the race off of pit road, and that will put him right in the mix of this championship.
Yeah, exactly right. So now the question I guess I have is, you know, where do you choose? If you're the 00, it's easy. You just choose whichever side of the front row the 10 doesn't take. But if you're the 7, do you have to follow new tires in the 00? I feel like you have to, right? And if you're the 20, do you stay third in line, or is there enough room getting into turn 1, Jeff, where you think you can kind of get around a car on 2 tires?
I think a lot of it depends on where the 10 picks, right? If you got to decide where the 10's going to pick. But if you're Nemechek running third, they're going to drop the green flag with like 12 to go. you've got to go somewhere. You got to do the opposite. See smoke coming out of the 7 car.
Yeah, the 7 on the right side looks like it's coming out of the pipes. Nope, not the pipes. But it is on that right side.
Yeah, no, I think it is coming out of the pipes a little bit. Like when he pumps the throttle, maybe. I don't know, it's hard to tell, Rick.
Yeah.
It has that color of engine smoke, but doesn't seem to be bothering. There's your choose.
There's a choose. So what is the goal for everybody? Clearly the goal for the 00 car, take advantage of your 4 tires. Get by this 10. Allgaier, a little bit of smoke coming out of it. Still, I believe his goal is to leave with Custer, try to get by the 10 car.
Oh boy, this is gonna.
He's either got to put it 3 wide in the middle.
Restarting with 12 to go.
Somehow, or it will be outside of the 10.
Oh boy.
It's a very difficult position for John Hunter.
Let's listen into Cole Custer's radio.
All right, the championship pit crew just showed them how it was done. Now we got it in this driver's hands right here. Wasn't one in anybody else's hands. Let's go up there and get this thing, bud. 10-4.
Yeah, crew chief Jonathan Toney. I'm going to tell you something. This is his first year of being a crew chief. A longtime engineer, was an engineer, hit lead engineer on Tony Stewart's one of his championships. Cole Custer believes in him 100%.
All right.
Might not look at the screen.
Starts on the front row. Cole Custer, a fight for the championship. 12 laps to go. Is the 7th engine
Through 3 and 4, restart zone. Let's go. 12 laps remaining at Phoenix.
He's on the outside.
Custer inside, Hemrick outside. Allgaier looking for a spot. He looks like he's going to try the middle.
Here comes the 21.
Custer way out front now. Allgaier gets to second. Nemechek moving to third.
Now the 20 of John Hunter got through as well.
And here comes Sam Mayer in the 1.
Mayer on the bottom, the 4th.
4 running 1, 2, 3, 4.
All of them did the best job they could do. There's nothing their team's going to ask better than on that restart.
Nemechek sends it way low. Not able to get past the 7.
2 of the last 3 championships.
I'm going to try and run to the inside of 1.
Pass for the win. Is it going to happen again?
Big run here by John Hunter. Went up the racetrack in the middle of 1 and 2. Got a big run on corner exit.
I like this idea. You can't follow him into the corner. Try to get on the right rear. He's done it.
Trying to go to the outside.
And now that fight for second.
Fight for second redesign as Custer can use that to get away.
Oh, Custer's pulling hard for Allgaier right here. Making hard on John Hunter.
Allgaier hugging that yellow line. He's going to lose second to John Hunter Nemechek.
Nemechek takes the spot.
Custer, Nemechek, Allgaier, Mayer. Under 10 laps. It'll be 9 to go when they get to the stripe.
Cole Custer's going to have to be perfect right here. That 20 car has good takeoff speed.
Stay with them.
Stay with him, he said. I'm sure he's trying.
Rick, when you know you have a short run, you change the air pressure, you change the chassis. You know you only had to run around 10 laps. So they all fired off good, but now you have
Gap about half a second back between Custer and Nemechek.
both the 00 and the 20 hold on to their speed.
A little bit of pressure coming from behind for Sam Mayer. Austin Hill trying to make it a little more difficult for him.
John Hunter tried a little bit too hard that last lap in 1 and 2. Went way up the racetrack.
Try not to look at the screen.
On new tires.
So hard not to. Gap's about 0.6 now.
To the bottom that time.
Custer now with about a half a second advantage over Nemechek.
Both one in first and second, sticking to the low lane through the last set of turns. 7 laps to go.
He thought he was the favorite. He wants to show everyone he deserves to be back in the Cup Series. He knows he's going to race in the Xfinity Series.
Cole Custer, roller coaster career he's had.
A notch in the belt it would be for Cole Custer.
Youngest ever Truck Series winner, back I think in 2014. Ran that up until 2017, where he jumped to the Xfinity Series. Got Stewart-Haas their first win in the last race of the season. Finished 5th in the point standings. Runner-up finishes in the championship the next 2 years. Then 3 years in Cup. First year went great with his first win, and then the next 2 seasons were hell. Got sent back down to the Xfinity Series. right now, proving exactly why he deserves to stay in the sport. His gap increasing to 3/4 of a second as now we head to 5 laps to go.
Don't give him a big chunk.
Allgaier and Mayer fading back.
We'll talk to him about strategy sometimes, but most recently...
Oh, we got a spin! Anthony Alfredo! We're going to overtime!
Goes around Anthony Alfredo. And so now another...
Oh, no. Oh, overtime is where all hell breaks loose. This is going to be rough.
Did not want to see that. I mean, now it's game on again. Again,
Oh, my God.
Did a great job on that last restart, navigating around the 10 car with only 2 tires. Now they're going to all restart right there together. What lane does Cole Custer pick? I think that is a very difficult decision he's going to have to make.
Top, what are you thinking? Yep, I'm thinking the same.
All right, so here's the negative to picking the top. It gives John Hunter Nemechek or whomever picks the bottom the opportunity to enter turn 1 door to door with you and use you up. Run you up the racetrack. Take that spot away. That's the negative to picking the top. The negative picking to the bottom, Steve, is that they have so much momentum on the outside.
This is going to be rough.
They can roll by you and take that lead. So it is a
Custer calling Alfredo an effing clown.
Cole Custer shut his car off to cool it, right? The 20 pulls up around him, almost sped to the pace car. We've seen cars lose position by not keeping...
Looks like apparently someone, the 07 got him. That's Dawson Cram.
Tip of the hat, man. Play every angle you could play. You never know when it might be decided, but...
Now, on restarts throughout the season, it has been Nemechek who has been the best. This is why the caution came out. Again, the 78 of Anthony Alfredo. Looks like he had a little help there from the 07 of Dawson Cram. Custer's crew. Oh, no.
I
said it was going to be easy.
Yeah, they had a pretty good lead. And then the caution comes out. So now overtime. And the way that works, they'll get the green flag. If the leader of the race gets all the way back around and gets the white flag, the next flag ends the race.
Oh, God.
If it's the checkered flag,
this could be a disaster.
Gets to the start-finish line first. If it's a yellow flag, who is ever out front when that caution flag flies.
So that decision on what lane you pick, Steve, how much influence do you as a crew chief want to have on what the driver does here?
Well, I'm going to tell him what I think is best, but ultimately only he knows every little detail about his car. He's done this all year long. So I agree. If I'm the 00, I'm suggesting top. I feel that gives you the best chance. There's Jonathan Tony right there. You know, if I'm giving my input to the 00, I think top is the key. The question is, you know, what if Cole Custer agrees?
And so you see all the drivers cutting their cars off, right? It's not because they're low on fuel. It's nothing like that. It's simply they're trying to get water temperature out of the engines because a little bit of temperature makes horsepower. And so every little gain you can get, you want. So they cut those engines off, run them for just a minute, just a few seconds. Let the water circulate into the radiator.
Top 4. The champ 4 to the top 4. We're going to overtime. This is a very rough scenario. I have vivid recollections of yesterday's race, none of which are positive.
Things you have, even your air conditioner, anything you think would generate more horsepower, now's the time. The other thing, this sounds silly, but I'm not going to assume Jeff's thinking about his brake bias. I'm not going to assume any of that. I'm going to remind him like he's a rookie and he's never done a restart before. I need brake bias wherever you think it's the best. Clean your rear tires up. Do everything you can do. Let's see where they choose, Jeff.
All right, here it is. His decisions. Cole Custer, top.
Custer, Nemechek, Allgaier, Mayer, Creed, Hill, Herbst, Berry, Chandler Smith, Kaz Gralla. Your top 10.
He's going to turn left and shorten it up as much as possible. You can't allow him to actually clear you.
Okay, can't look at the screen. Gotta look at the other. I can't look at the scoring. Gotta look at the timing. I gotta look at the TV. At the my video feed.
And if he's to the outside, then you could be 3 wide.
And if you're the one to Sam Mayer,
You damn right.
if you're the one to Sam Mayer, assume that the 20 is going to get up into the 00. Assume getting into turn 1, that's what's going to happen. Commit
Pace car
to
rolls
being
off.
below them. So if it does happen, you're in position to take advantage of it.
By the way, that was Eddie DeHaan talking to Allgaier as far as going for it. Back there in row 2. Custer, Nemechek. Getting ready.
Here we go. It's all ready. Are you ready for chaos?
2 laps. Custer on the outside.
3 and 4. We're green now. Once more. Overtime at Phoenix.
Great restart by the double.
They go. Woo! Nemechek out front. Allgaier to second. Allgaier with a big run of speed to the inside. Wow, they're 4 wide. Wow, 3 wide. As Ayer falls behind. Custer trying to edge ahead. Wow. Allgaier with a higher run through 3 and 4. Custer on the inside. Here we go. White flag is out. Last lap. Custer takes back the lead.
Custer's pulled out to the advantage. He needs a
They go. It's 4 turns left. Who's going to take it? Custer out front. Does the 7 have anything left? The 20's falling out of contention. Oh, the 7's loose and the 00's pulling away. The last demoted last year to the demoted this year to the Xfinity Series. Redemption time for Cole Custer, who wins the 2023 Xfinity Series Championship. Creed second, Allgaier third, Herbst fourth, Mayer fifth. Nemechek falls back to 28th. What something must have happened to that 20 car. Josh Berry 6th, Austin Hill 7th, Chandler Smith 8th, Sammy Smith 9th, Kaz Gralla P10. So something must have happened to Nemechek. Because I don't know how you fall back from top 2 to 28th. Holy crap! That thing looks like it was sliced with a cheese grater.
That's the voice of Wayne Otten, series director of the Xfinity Series.
Well, I've been waiting to hear your voice for a long time, Wayne. A NASCAR champion. Way to go, bud. Nice job. Now you come over here to the start-finish line.
Wow. Custer takes the title. Second, he's been a bridesmaid twice in the series, both times to Tyler Reddick. Currently, lighting it up in the Cup Series. 2 wins this year. Cole Custer, probably the worst of his rookie class, even though he won the Rookie of the Year title. Road to Redemption starts with a great victory, and this is it. Custer. It's his 3rd win of the year. It's his 13th win overall. And there he is now with the championship flag. .00 for the win. So Allgaier will take P2, Mayer P3, and Nemechek to P4. What a burnout. for the, you know, the 25-year-old from Ladera Ranch, California.
Co-owner Tony Stewart.
B said fuck that shit.
Oops, I didn't mean that. That was an accident.
As Cole Custer has won
Ford has won both the Truck Series title and the Xfinity Series title this year. They could sweep.
In a year where not much has gone right for Stewart-Haas Racing, they went right tonight. Cole Custer with an unbelievable restart. 3 wide off of turn 1 on the white flag lap. And he is a NASCAR Xfinity Series champion. That belongs to you. What were you thinking when it was 3 wide and it looked like the restart wasn't going to go your way, Cole?
I thought it was over. I mean, went from first to third, and I was able to shift the car all night, and you know, Doug Yates' horsepower worked out to pull me off the corner, and I can't believe we won that thing after going back to third on that restart. But man, I can't say enough about these guys.
Stewart-Haas's first championship outside of the Cup Series, by the way.
Really talk about how to get better and to see how much this group's grown through the year, and to be a part of something.
Wait, what happened to Nemechek? It was 3 wide. Like, Nemechek was, you know, third there.
And I just can't thank Gene Haas enough. I mean, he's given me opportunities, and, you know,
What happened?
I wouldn't be here without him.
Got loose.
Enough. And for performance, Haas Automation, everybody at Stewart-Haas Racing. It's awesome to bring one back to Stewart-Haas right now. So,
you know, Stewart-Haas, they need a win or something positive. That's something.
A few times now, so I'm pumped.
We talked about your move back to the Xfinity Series. What did you have to prove personally during this championship run, Cole?
Well, I mean, you definitely, you know, you get knocked down a little bit, and, you know, you just want to prove that you can go out there and do it. And, you know, I think these guys have just really, you know, always believed in me all year, and I just can't thank them enough for giving me really fast race cars and still believing in me when, you know, things were going great.
Twice he was a runner-up.
Third driver from California to win the title.
Is now an Xfinity Series champion.
High fives all around. And plenty more to come from here at Phoenix. The trophy presentation still in front of us. Cole Custer's parents, Joe and Cindy, here, as well as Cole's wife, Karen, will be celebrating with Cole Custer, the 25-year-old from Ladera Ranch, California.
All right. Well, that's how you race, as opposed to the embarrassing truck race yesterday. I'll see you tomorrow for the Cup Series championship race.
Series championship.
Right now.
So that's 3 p.m. tomorrow. Oh my God, that's going to be my most nervous. Thank you for watching tonight.
See, today, I'm just a fan, like you. But tomorrow, well, you'll see.
You look like a responsible family guy. Looking for something with a little more space?
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event.
All right.
Hurry in to lease a new 2024 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month payment, and 0 due at signing.
All right. Thank you so much again. See you tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.